Tonight we will see the return of Kenny Omega here in AEW. Plus our AEW Men's World Champion Hangman Adam Page will go one-on-one with Katsuyori Shibata representing the Ops. Red Velvet puts her Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship on the line against the interim Women's World Television Champion. It is an undisputed match coming up tonight live here on TBS. Plus the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament continues. First round action. Ty Mello, Anna Jay taking on Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and Timeless Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa facing Alex Windsor and Riho. Plus, it is double jeopardy tonight for the AEW Unified Champion and 1/3 of the CML World Trios Champions, Okada, Master Dorada live tonight. And Shelton Benjamin, Speedball Mike Bailey will vie for the number 2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear presented by DC. But opening up the action here tonight for that crucial number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match, it is Ricochet and Bobby Lashley right now on Dynamite.
Wow! How can you beat that, Bryan Danielson? What a great 3 hours we've got.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible night.
We break checks, we break arms, we break legs, we break rookies, we break vets, we break refs, so break fest. Business with the syndicate, we finish it.
We're opening contest at one ball is for the number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear, presented by DC. Introducing first, being accompanied by MVP from Dallas, Texas, weighing 277 pounds, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
The number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match coming up this Saturday, Full Gear presented by DC. It is important because that match, not only will we crown the first ever AEW National Champion, it's a Casino Gauntlet match, Brian. That means it will end at the first pinfall or submission, whether all the participants have entered the match or not.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get in that match early because a pinfall or submission could happen at any time. Being number 1 or number 2 would be a huge help.
I got an interesting development here. If you take a look at the match for number 1, the match for number 2, what could possibly happen? As we are ready to go with the opponent, this should be great for Bobby Lashley.
And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 208 pounds, show some love for Ricochet.
Well, the Hurt Syndicate, the Demand, they have been embroiled in a lengthy rivalry here in AEW. And just when you thought it was over, Tony, Ricochet sticking his nose back in the Hurt Syndicate's business a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the way Ricochet is. I don't know of a man who is more disliked in a short period of time here in AEW than Ricochet. And what was the thing Justin just said? Show some love for Ricochet?
Yeah, he only said that. First day?
Yeah, second day.
Well, either way, the number 1 spot on the line here in our opening contest, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Ricochet kicking off 3 live hours here on TBS and HBO Max. And remember, immediately following our broadcast tonight will be the countdown to Full Gear. Get an inside look at some of the biggest stories going down this Saturday in Newark, New Jersey.
Well, there's a lot of big stories too, Excalibur. I'll tell you that. Here you see what we got. What a week it's going to be. What a week it is, starting right now for AEW.
And what a week it could be for the Hurt Syndicate or for... Oh, wait a second. Ricochet making a demand for a microphone.
Now, before this match starts, there's a couple things that I want to say.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory, baby. Woo! I know y'all don't remember what it's like to win a Super Bowl. It's been quite some time, but we riding high right now. We feeling real good. And don't worry, I don't want to be in this state any longer than I need to. I hate this state. Actually, the only good thing to come out of this state is my beautiful wife. Hey, baby. Actually, there is one more thing that I think I need to say. And I think that I need to clear the air a little bit. Because a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to myself, and I actually talked to Tony Khan. And I'm actually surprised that Ariel Helwani didn't ask Tony about MVP. Because MVP's getting really old, and he's starting to get dementia. And he actually had the gall to call it the international title. So I wanted to clear some things up, and I want to let you know that it is the AEW national title, and you are looking at the inaugural champ. And another thing is this Saturday, after I walk out as the new champ, each and every one of you morons will give me the respect that I deserve. This big bald idiot will give me the respect that I deserve because I have earned it. Because without Ricochet, none of this would even be possible. AEW wouldn't even be a company. And now I'm riding high, baby. I got the two homies right here. What's up? Yee. What's up, guys? And not a Hearst Syndicate, not a jet speed, nobody will stop me from fulfilling my quest for gold.
Why doesn't Bobby just hit him right in the back of the head right now?
I will be running through each and every one of your favorite wrestlers this Saturday and become the new AEW national champion. And there's not a thing that this dumb idiot kid can do about it. There's not a dumb thing that this old gray-haired lady can do about it. And there's not enough that you... Bobby, let go of me. Bobby, let go. Bobby!
Well, finally, somebody shut up Ricochet, and that somebody was the almighty Bobby Lashley.
You know, Brian, I've seen a lot of things in pro wrestling, nothing like that we just witnessed. He wouldn't shut up.
Absolutely not.
It's almost like he didn't want to go into the match.
And now Lashley takes out Ricochet, takes out Bishop Khan. And now Leona over the timekeeper's table. MVP's called him the Walking Armageddon. And with good reason, Bobby Lashley just unleashing destruction here in Boston.
Yeah, and the bell's already rang, so the match has already started. This could be over fast.
Uh-oh, you're right.
Ricochet, the roll up the feet on the ropes. It didn't matter because Bobby Lashley was able to power out of that one.
Leona went airborne. Still down over here.
Ricochet, though, scores 2 consecutive attacks, hits Lashley with a third, and takes Lashley off his feet. Not often you see that, Brian.
No, absolutely not.
And Ricochet, the aerial assault, a 2 count.
Yeah, and how quickly Ricochet was able to get Bobby Lashley off his feet. I mean, this is a true match of speed versus power. And right now, the speed's winning.
Needs to keep him down, too. Let's see if he can. Oh!
Shooting star press, nobody home. Ricochet, though, he adjusted in midair. Lashley charging in, and Ricochet pulling referee Bryce Remsburg into Lashley's path.
Say what you will, and that's a cowardly move is what that is.
But did buy Ricochet some crucial time. Kick to the top of the knee brings Lashley down, and Ricochet looking to load up that spirit gun. Hit, oh no!
Bobby Lashley caught him!
And Bobby Lashley spiked him! Lashley now building up momentum, and the spear! 1, 2, 3!
The almighty Bobby Lashley!
Well, it is official for Full Gear presented by DC, the Casino Gauntlet match. Bobby Lashley will be entering at number 1. And we could very well be looking at the inaugural AEW National Champion.
Interesting to see who will be number 2, and we're going to find that out in a few moments here tonight. Interesting because it could be his tag team partner.
Now, Shelton Benjamin, Speedball Mike Bailey still to come later on tonight for that number 2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match. But speaking of Full Gear presented by DC, it was made official 1 week ago. Hangman Adam Page, Samoa Joe for the AEW Men's World Championship. It will officially be a steel cage match this Saturday night live on pay-per-view on HBO Max. But coming up tonight, Hangman Adam Page will have to contend with a different member of the Ops, Katsuyori Shibata. And Hangman Adam Page later on tonight, Samoa Joe joining us at the desk, and let's hear from the Ops.
You know, it must feel good, right? World champion. A fighting world champion, no less, tearing through the competition with reckless abandon. And judging by the edict I got when I walked through this door that if I interfere in this match tonight, I would forfeit my championship opportunity, it seems a champion with a company firmly behind him also. But you know what my only solace is, Hangman? Allow me to explain what it is. And it's that your whole world, this world of joy and happiness, it's about to get very, very different very, very quickly. Because you see, my friend, you are guilty of crimes and transgressions against the Ops. And your punishment begins tonight. And it stands in the form of this man right here, Katsuyori Shibata. Deadly by design, violent through intention, and firmly dedicated to exacting justice for what you did to our brother Will Hobbs. You see, Hangman, Shibata begins your payment, and come Full Gear, I will collect in full. Tell him, Shibata.
Hangman, 비시비시 이끌어 이자.
Well, Hangman Shibata tonight, and at Full Gear presented by DC, the $1 million match, Kenny Omega, Jurassic Express taking on the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. But before we get to that, tonight we will see the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander take on the team of Skyflight, Scorpio Sky, Darius and Dante Martin. And we will also witness the return of Kenny Omega live here tonight. This 3-hour broadcast coming to you from Boston. But with Full Gear on the horizon, I want to take you back it was 3 years ago to the day where Kenny Omega and, well, actually the Young Bucks have had some big moments at Full Gear, Tony.
Gentlemen, I can imagine emotions are running high. Full Gear just around the corner. You guys are in a 6-man tag team match in mere moments. But the question everybody wants to know, are you joining the Don Callis family?
Renee, we don't need any gotcha journalism tonight. Why don't you leave them alone? You guys got a big match. I got a better idea. Why don't you go out there, show everyone why you're the greatest tag team in the history of the planet, and we'll give these rubes an answer right after. I'll even do my special patented ring entrance for you. You guys love that, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I love it. Yeah. Come on, guys. This is fantastic.
You need the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you today the multiple-time World Tag Team Champions, the greatest tag team of the last 1,000 years, from Rancho Cucamonga. They are Nicholas and Matthew, the Young Bucks!
Callis really breaking the bank on the pyro for the intro of the Young Bucks. Really trying to lure them over to his side, Tony.
Well, you were talking about right before Don Callis, everybody interrupted, about how things have changed for the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega in the 3 short years.
That's right. It was Full Gear 3 years ago to the day.
Right.
Wires crossed a little bit. Apologies for that. But we saw the elite Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks walk into Full Gear 3 years ago as a unit, as a trio, as brothers. And now, seems like nothing could be further from that.
This is a trios bout set for one fall. Joining the Young Bucks, being accompanied by Don Callis from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Weighing 228 pounds, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander will be stepping into action alongside the Young Bucks this Saturday, the $1 million match. A much-needed $1 million match for the Bucks.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 623 pounds, Top Flight and Scorpio Sky, Skyflight!
Darius and Dante Martin, Scorpio Sky, together with Layla Gray, Christopher Daniels. A great trio of wrestlers that have come together over the last few months. They made their debut on Collision, now competing here on Dynamite as we welcome Don Callis to the desk.
What a pleasure to be out here with you, gentlemen, for sure. I am so excited to see this tag team of Josh Alexander, the Walking Weapon, and the Young Bucks. And we're going to have a big answer from the Bucks after this match. Very exciting.
Do what? Have a big answer for the Bucks?
We're going to see some history, Shivani.
Okay, can't wait.
Now, referee Rick Knoxtra on the assignment for this match calls for the bell, and we are underway here. This trios contest, collar and elbow tie-up, as Nick Jackson and Dante Martin, the younger brothers, for the respective sides, starting things off.
A lot of these tag teams here grew up in the business idolizing the Young Bucks.
Yeah, why not? I mean, one of the greatest tag teams ever. I don't think there's any denying that.
I managed them at one point several years ago. They had their minds poisoned by Kenny Omega.
Oh, really? Is that how it happened?
Now they've seen the light, though.
I thought you said they were the ones that were poisoning Kenny Omega. You were Kenny's manager.
I believe that's exactly what you said.
Are you an announcer or a stooge? Look at this. Call the action. Nick Jackson's one of the greatest athletes in the history of wrestling.
Dante Martin stepping up, looking for the enziguri. Double drop kicks. And neither man gaining a clear advantage here in the early goings. But Brian, it was a few years back, AEW Dynamite, when the Young Bucks, then as EVPs, received a random DM. It was from Top Flight. They said, hey, can you check out your stuff? Can you check out our stuff? What do you think of us? And it was enough, it was impressive enough to the Young Bucks that they invited Top Flight to compete when we were back in Jacksonville. And ultimately, they ended up joining AEW.
Yeah, the Top Flight Young Bucks match was 5 years ago this week. It was an incredible match. And yeah, the Young Bucks were right. Top Flight are incredible athletes. We saw that in the opening exchange with Nick Jackson and Dante Martin. But right now, Darius is being shut down by Josh Alexander.
Alexander, an incredible athlete in his own right. Great drop kick. Great timing there by Darius Martin.
And Don, you asked Skyflight to join the family one time, not too long ago, and they turned you down.
You know, I mean, I thought they'd fit in fantastic with the developmental side of the Don Callis family. Two young guys, they've got a lot of growing to do. But
the developmental side of the Don Callis family, it's like you got your own promotion.
Quick tags in and out. Scorpio Sky legal for the team in red. And now Manhattan drop. And a dunk into the knee as Scorpio Sky waiting. For Matt Jackson. Oh, belly to belly, just muscled him over the top.
Some innovative offense that time from Skyflight, no doubt. Take a look at Oops. So much for that.
Darius Martin got caught by the boot from Nick Jackson, and now Nick trying to fend off two members of the opposition.
Wow, looks amazing.
Nick is fantastic. Look at Nick Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, but whoa! Out for Dante Martin. Blink and you'll miss him. As Matt Jackson threw the ropes, the drop kick. Oh, no, Sky. The drop kick as well, and now, Sky, the low bridge by Josh Alexander, crashing the outside.
Classic ring generalship by Josh Alexander.
How about this action we've got in this trios match here, Brian? They are everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's getting even more action-packed.
And the action continues live here, part of this 3-hour broadcast on TBS and HBO Max. Don't go anywhere.
All right, trouble. Don got to his feet.
Oh, just checking on Dante.
Oh, that's nice.
A little worried.
Got Christopher Daniels to check on him.
Alexander, lateral press. Scorpio Sky able to kick out. Alexander isolating Scorpio Sky inside the ring as Darius and Dante Martin trying to collect themselves on the outside.
Yeah, Alexander's done a good job of just slowing down the pace here, grinding it down, because it was wild for about a 2-minute stretch.
Yeah, slowing it down to his pace. I mean, this is exactly the style that Josh Alexander needs to do. Look at that drop toe hold, the way Scorpio Sky's knee bent.
Yeah, it was a drop toe hold, but it was on almost the sides of the knee. And now another lateral press, this time by Matt Jackson. Scorpio Sky able to break free with the Bucks, and Josh Alexander still maintaining the advantage. Guillotine leg drop, and the leg is hooked too.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky's arm still hurt from that arm bar from Josh Alexander. That's how effective he is with those submission holds.
As you can see, we got a lot going on here tonight. Wow, what a great 3-hour telecast. A wonderful week. We've enjoyed Full Gear, of course, and we saw about Full Gear 3 years ago how quickly things can change here at AEW.
Now another lateral press, this time after the knee strike. Scorpio Sky. Those kickouts coming later and later, Brian.
Yeah, and that was a great cover by Nick Jackson, using his forearm, driving it across Scorpio Sky's face, making it much harder to kick out.
Now, Don, if the Young Bucks do join the Don Callis family, and should they be successful this Saturday at Full Gear and win that $1 million prize, do they get to keep it? Does it get divvied up amongst the family? Do you take a vig? How does this work?
I think part of the Bucks' problem has been they've had to spend too much time worrying about managing their money. Now they have me to do that for them. They can focus on what they're great at, which is being a great wrestling tag team.
He did not answer the question, Excalibur, just to...
No, and I think part of the Young Bucks' problem is they didn't manage them.
Right.
They're good at spending it, not so good at saving it. So, I'm here to help.
Are you going to hold it for them?
Pardon me? No, I'm going to make it work for them, Brian.
You're a fiduciary. We are live from Boston, Massachusetts. Trios action underway. The Young Bucks and Josh Alexander taking on the team of Skyflight, Scorpio Sky. Down inside the ring, the Bucks were sizing up Sky, but Josh Alexander of the Don Callis family just tagged himself in.
Think about how rich the Bucks are going to be when I invest that money for them.
Better to be rich and they win $1 million.
$1 million doesn't make you rich when you're in the Don Callis family, but it's a good start.
This is not a good sign here for you, Don.
That's right.
Heading into the $1 million match this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC.
Josh is the captain of the team.
Scorpio Sky, too.
Well, you better tell Josh to settle down because he's making some enemies seemingly out there.
Darius Martin into the fray. Takes the Bucks off the apron. And now Darius using his speed, his agility to counter the strength of Alexander.
Oh, what an athlete.
Standing Spanish fly, and the tope sending the Bucks crashing into our desk.
Darius looking great.
Darius coming in, the leg is hooked, and Alexander able to kick out. And coming up this Saturday, as we mentioned, Full Gear presented by DC at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. And then 1 week from tonight, it's Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite next Wednesday, the Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee. You can join us, AEWTIX.com, or scanning the QR code at your screen. And then Wednesday, December 3rd, we return to Fishers, Indiana. Great seats still available, AEWTIX.com.
Great fans in Indiana, Fishers Event Center. It should be great in a couple of weeks. A lot to go before there.
Big time knockout from top flight 2. Bucks in there to break it up.
That brought the fans to their seat, Brian. What a move that was. Oh,
Incredible. Top flighter, incredible athletes. Let's look at this again.
And back in real time. Scorpio Sky. Oh, the spear, the cutter from Sky is countered by the spear, and then the super kick. First for Darius, then for Dante. The Bucks clearing the ring of the opposition.
The Bucks are so innovative.
phenomenal.
The BTE trigger. Oh, wait. Dante sprung to his feet out of that. The Bucks colliding heads, and now Dante Martin. Incredible leap over the top by Dante.
Talk about innovative, Don.
Yeah, Dante's a tremendous young athlete, Brian. Tremendous.
Big crossbody that covers me. Oh, very nearly the win for Skyflight.
Notice, Brian, he grabbed the leg for the pin, and he wasn't even finished the maneuver. Very, very slick by Dante.
Yeah, he's developed a lot in the last 5 years here in AEW. I would consider this a huge huge upset if he can pull off the win right here.
Oh, it doesn't want to get caught here. Look at this.
Yeah, Alexander
There we go.
countered out of the sunset flip, rolled through with the ankle lock.
He likes to break bones, this Josh Alexander, and I love it.
But Dante rolled forward. Alexander spills through the ropes out to the floor.
Great escape by Dante, because that would have been over.
Dante slips between the top and the middle rope. Tried to vault over, but Alexander caught him, sent him into the waiting arms of Matt Jackson. Oh, what a great maneuver.
Incredible.
And that has got to be it. Alexander. Wait a second, Alexander.
Here we go.
Why did he do that, Don? He shifted.
They're a team, for God's sake. Look at this.
Elected not
This is
to
nice.
pin, but instead the submission cinched in, and Dante Martin with no choice but to tap out.
Now we're going to make some history, Excalibur.
Now, a walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
I kind of thought Alexander was kind of being a bully there.
Well, Alexander, the so-called captain of the team, guiding himself and the Young Bucks to victory, and now Don Callis entering the ring and very confident about the answer for the Young Bucks, joining the Don Callis family.
Come on, boys.
Got other members of the Don Callis family. There they come in. Mark Davis.
Cesaro, Rocky Romero.
Cut the music. I have something important to say. What a great victory for the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. And now, the world is watching. The world is waiting for Matt and Nick, for you two, to make the official announcement that you are joining the Don Callis family. It's okay. No, stop that. Don't listen to them. I know this is a big moment for you guys. You're a little nervous. Can I remind you that since we've been associated, the money's been flowing. You've had ring entrances again. You've had limousines again. You're getting booked in big matches again. It's in your best interest, guys, to join the family. Now, announce it for these people. Okay, guys, look, I just want to remind you here that AEW can be a very dangerous place. The two of you walking around AEW without a family, bad stuff can happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would hate to see happen to you what happened to Kenny Omega.
He's threatening here. Threatening the Bucks is what he's doing.
Well, we knew Kenny Omega would be returning here tonight, and he has returned with steel in his hand. Kenny Omega charging! And now ducking under under Mark Davison, just hit the chair at him.
He's going right after Alexander, as well he should.
Josh Alexander, who injured Kota Ibushi, who injured Michael Nakazawa, the close friends of Kenny Omega, now being restrained by Matt and Nick Jackson, his former friends. Oh!
It's a leg dive.
A chop block, and now the ankle lock is cinched in, and of course that's when Don Callis returns to the ring.
Kenny needs some help. He needs to get out of this. Brian.
Josh, let him go. Let him go. Let it go. I have something better in mind. Guys, this is the announcement we've been waiting for. I want you to grab him. You don't have to say you're joining the family. Show me. Grab him and give him this, guys.
Callis demanding that the Bucks deliver the BTE trigger to Kenny Omega. And Alexander, the stomp on the already damaged ankle. And with the $1 million match on the horizon this Saturday, this is terrible for Kenny Omega, Brian.
Absolutely terrible. You can still see him clutching his calf. There's damage. Yeah, there's definitely damage to that ankle.
They're going to do it. Oh, no!
Will they or won't they? We'll never know as Jurassic Express, Kenny Omega's partners this Saturday, heading into the ring. Jack Perry, a snow shovel in his hand, and Luchasaurus with a vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner? That's a first. Grab what you can, guys. That was a vacuum cleaner.
Well, that's all right, because if the Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega are successful in the $1 million match this weekend, they can buy a bunch of vacuum cleaners.
You chose the family?
But it will be Jurassic Express, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Josh Alexander, $1 million on the line this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC, live on pay-per-view on HBO Max. A timely intervention by Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. With $1 million on the line this Saturday. Kenny Omega, though, Brian, he's still walking pretty gingerly after that attack by Josh Alexander.
Yeah, definitely still limping on that ankle.
Right now, let's head to the back where our colleague, the remarkable Renee Paquette, is standing by.
I'm joined by the Babes of Wrath. Ladies, you're headed into the semifinals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Tournament. You're taking on the Sisters of Sin. You guys had quite the run-in with them at Blood and Guts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sky Blue and I were the very first women in Blood and Guts. And I took her and I threw her into that cage and I made her bleed. But she was still smiling.
Yeah, isn't that your thing?
Yeah, maybe I didn't hit her hard enough. Maybe I didn't make her bleed enough. But after our semifinals match, we're going to be the only people smiling.
That's right, because we are fun, excitable, and bodacious. And because of that, some people might not take us seriously. Like Athena and Mercedes. But how did that turn out for them? Because yes, we love what we do. But what we do is fight the best women in AEW, and we claw, and we scratch, and pose! And we are going to be the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Who are we? Babes! What do we have? Wrath! Babes of Wrath! Babes of Wrath! Babes of Wrath! Good luck!
The first round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament will continue here tonight. The Babes of Wrath, of course, have already punched their ticket into the semifinals. But shifting gears here, Tony, earlier this week, we lost one of the legendary voices of our sport in professional wrestling.
And Excalibur, he was one of the legendary voices of my childhood. Bob Caudle passed away at age 95. He not only was a great announcer, he was a great man. And I had a chance to finally work with him in 1985. To be able to stand beside Bob Caudle, microphone was one of the biggest moments of my life. The world is going to miss Bob Caudle, the professional wrestling world, but the entire world. Our best goes out to his sons, Bob Jr., Mike, and his daughter, Lisa, and everyone who knew Bob Caudle. What a great person. If there is ever a Wrestling Hall of Fame for announcers, Bob Caudle should be the first name on the ballot. Rest in peace, Bob.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite Live on TBS and HBO Max. Bobby Lashley has secured the #1 spot in this Saturday's Casino Gauntlet match. Who will claim the all-important #2 entrance?
This round set forward fall is to determine the #2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear, presented by DC. Being accompanied by MVP from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing 263 pounds, the standard of excellence, Shelton Benjamin.
I'll be the first to say it. If it's Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley 1 and 2. Wow.
Yeah, very, very enticing possibility, but you cannot count out Speedball Mike Bailey.
Right, no question.
And fans, you are watching All Elite Wrestling on TBS, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward. Visit career.progressive.com.
Casino Gauntlet match is so interesting, Brian. The fact is that you never know who's going to come out, and the match can end before anybody else could get out. So Bobby Lashley or Speedball or Shelton Benjamin could win it before anybody else gets to the ring.
And his opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 177 pounds, Speedball Mike Bailey.
That's a great point, Tony, and I think that's one of the reasons why this match especially is so important for Mike Bailey. If either of these guys lose, they might not even be able to get into the match on Saturday.
Exactly, so you're fighting for at least knowing that you're going to be in.
And I love this matchup. This is your classic striker versus grappler matchup, and obviously both men can do each. Mike Bailey has incredible arm bars, some incredible submissions, and obviously Shelton Benjamin, his knee strikes are second to none. But I think at the end of the day, it's a striker versus grappler battle.
And Shelton Benjamin, two-time NCAA All-American, and vying these two men for the #2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match. MVP joining us here at the announce desk. So respect there by Speedball Mike Bailey and Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, that's funny to me because I will take the two-time NCAA All-American over the Taekwondo black belt 10 times out of 10.
Arnold tie up and Bailey back to the ropes, but he slips underneath. The chop Not having a big effect on Shelton Benjamin.
Well, early on, that may have been a bad move. That kick worked.
Yeah, the chops didn't register, but those kicks sure are.
Wow. Shelton Benjamin, the knee strike to the midsection. Shelton Benjamin, who, of course, competed in the 2024 Continental Classic Tournament. And coming up next week, it is official. The 2025 Continental Classic will be kicking off next Wednesday at Dynamite. 1 week from tonight, Thanksgiving Eve, as Shelton Benjamin hoisting up Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh, and sending Bailey sending Benjamin into the ring post. Oh. And now Bailey attacking Benjamin with those kicks to the arm that went into the post. And now Bailey going after the arm, almost just like you said, Brian.
Yeah, Mike Bailey has tremendous arm locks. I think MVP, you would agree, being a jiu-jitsu black belt.
I wouldn't call him tremendous. But I tell you, very ineffective. Once you get the arm extended to that point, it should snap. Speedball Bailey was incapable of doing it. There's a reason that you have weight classes.
I think Speedball should have just stuck and moved, stick and move, not try to grab a hold on Shelton Benjamin.
That's his only way to survive. He's got to try to use what little bit of quickness and agility he has. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete.
Right.
He's a dangerous striker, but he's in there with the standard of excellence.
Of course, this match for that #2 spot in this Saturday's Casino Gauntlet match for the AEW National Championship. But Speedball Mike Bailey, bridging out. There's the leg strength of Shelton Benjamin, able to just explode Bailey out of the pinning predicament. Now Bailey steps over, looking for the Mahi Straw, finds it, cover, 2. Benjamin able to break free once again. And Speedball Mike Bailey now back to attacking the arm of Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, that armbar might be a little bit more effective than the previous double wrist lock he tried.
Yeah, it's ineffective because he doesn't have the elbow across the fulcrum. So Shelton is in absolutely no trouble right now. And I taught him how to escape the armbar, as you see, right into the ankle line.
Yeah, very easily escapes.
Bailey rolling forward, escaping. Shelton Benjamin closes the distance. Goes over the top.
There's agility there from Shelton.
Oh, a boot or a foot to the face of Shelton Benjamin, as now Speedball Mike Bailey building up some momentum. And no, wait a second. Benjamin. Slays him on the outside as this battle continues live on Dynamite. Who will gain the #2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match?
You know, I could really see that developing, MVP, because Shelton was up. We could see it from our vantage point, and he was ready for Mike Bailey coming over the top.
You don't win matches flying through the air. You win matches by pinning somebody's shoulders to the mat. It's a ground game, not an aerial game, and you're in there with one of the best ground game fighters on the planet.
Yeah, I was also really impressed with that body slam on the floor. I mean, we've seen people pile drive people on the floor, which was less effective than that body slam that Shelton Benjamin just did. I saw that and I was like, holy cow, I would never want to take that.
The term bone rattling comes into play.
Yes.
And if you don't know what it's like to hit the ground by, somebody like Shelton Benjamin, 6'3", 260-ish, with all kinds of just raw athleticism and power. He's not throwing you, he's driving you and trying to drive you through the concrete.
Yeah, and Shelton Benjamin is just an incredible athlete.
Shelton Benjamin putting that incredible athleticism to good use here, neutralizing not only the strikes.
No, I'm going to correct you. He's not putting his athleticism to use right now. He's using his experience and his technical skill to wear Speedball down. He's not using his speed and agility. He's using his veteranship, his intelligence to break Speedball down.
But he's using his strength, which is part of athleticism, right?
No, come on, man. You know better than that. You got lots of strong guys that aren't athletic.
I'll give you that.
MVP, were you surprised at all about how earlier in the match some of Speedball's quickness, holy cow, how Speedball's quickness, he was able to out-quick Shelton Benjamin a couple times earlier in this match, because Shelton is very fast.
Hey, listen, Shelton Benjamin, one of the things he's been known for throughout his career is his speed, his quickness, his
lateral press in. Sorry, MVP.
No. So I'm not at all surprised that a younger, lighter speedball has the ability to maybe outpace him a little bit, be quicker to the punch.
Shelton Benjamin, Speedball Mike Bailey, both men competing to determine who will enter the Casino Gauntlet match this Saturday at number 2. Cover and Bailey.
Now, see, this is where I get a little disappointed with my brother Shelton at times because we were talking about his athleticism, his agility. He's like a big cat, a Black Panther, if you will. And cats like to play with their prey before they finish it. And I always say, Shelton, stop playing with your food, man. Stop playing with your food. Just eat so we can get out of here and go eat.
Benjamin, knee strike to the midsection. The Casino Gauntlet match this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC. We'll see the winner crowned the inaugural AEW National Champion in the Casino Gauntlet match. It's a match that can end at any time, Brian. That is why the number 1 and 2 spots are so crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. And Speedball's got a real opportunity right now to take advantage of that, be the number 2 spot in that Casino Gauntlet match. What he has to do is he has to stick and move.
And if he gets the number 2 spot, MVP, it'll be your men, 1 and 2, going at each other to start it. How about that?
Speedball Mike Bailey, shooting star press. Oh, Benjamin, though.
Out on 1. You don't win matches flying through the air. You win them by pinning your opponent to the back, to the canvas, on his back.
Speedball Mike Bailey now to his feet. He has the high ground and launching an offensive with those kicks.
Yeah, there's not many people who are as accurate with their round kicks as Speedball Mike Bailey. And look at that flying armbar. Now he's almost got the fulcrum across the hip, MVP.
No, I see the arm clearly bent at the elbow.
Yeah,
clearly bent at the elbow. But he's fighting for it. But Shelton's going to come up to his hips, stack them, and see, I taught Shelton well. Shelton knows some jiu-jitsu to put in with that wrestling.
Speedball,
and now strength comes in.
Speedball is doing a good job of rounding his shoulders to keep out of a pinning predicament, but he hung on and dragged Shelton Benjamin down to the floor. Bobby Lashley's already earned that number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match coming up this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC. Will it be Shelton Benjamin or Speedball Mike Bailey in number 2? And you could join us for Full Gear, presented by DC. Visit hbomax.com/AEW.
Listen, Speedball Bailey is an impressive competitor. He's an athlete. He's a Taekwondo black belt. One of the best strikers here at AEW.
Sure.
But he's in the ring with the standard of excellence, Shelton Benjamin. One of the greatest of all time.
So many things can go wrong on the outside, MVP. A wrong fall, hit your head.
You're right. A bad place for a rookie to be with a vet.
Oh, like there. Bailey countered the hook on Rana. Shelton Benjamin, I think his head may have bounced off the barricade, and it definitely bounced off the floor right there.
And there you see Paul Turner checking in here. That's where things can get a little fishy.
Now let's see Speedball pick Shelton up and get him in the ring to win.
Well, he doesn't have to. He can win this match by countout, and he'll still be the number 2 person in that Casino Gauntlet.
Oh, but is that really how you want to win? Really? By countout? Is he that desperate? Beat the man. If you're that good, hey, Ric Flair said it. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Beat the man. Pin him.
Referee Paul Turner now up to 7 as Shelton Benjamin stumbling up to his feet, trying to clear the cobwebs. Benjamin, I'm not sure if he realizes how high the count is. Yes, he does, and he charges in, but he charges into the waiting shot from Speedball Mike Bailey.
He's going to go up top again, going in the air one more time.
Bailey to the top. Finds his balance, and a shooting star press 1, 2, no!
It'll take a lot more than that to keep Shelton Benjamin down.
I keep trying to tell you guys, man. That's impressive, man. It's really impressive. And for 98% of the roster, that would have been the end of the match. But we're talking about the standard of excellence.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep Shelton Benjamin's shoulders down for a count of 3. You would almost have to knock him out.
Whoop, that didn't work.
I think he just succeeded in pissing the man off.
I agree, man.
Bailey. Oh! The backflip and knee drop, the cover! And Benjamin kicks out, but speedball Mike Bailey swiftly transitions into the armbar.
Now MVP has a black belt. What do you think of this armbar right here?
The elbows to the side is not across the fulcrum. He's safe. He's safe. For a nominal fee, I can work with Speedball on his grappling. His striking is impressive. His aerial attack's great. His grappling needs lots of work.
Benjamin!
Get off me! It's what Shelton just said.
Get off me!
Oh, man.
Nobody home in the corner for Shelton Benjamin, and Speedball rolls him up, too. Benjamin, again, using the power of those legs to kick out.
That's how you do it right there! That's how it's done! Like that! Damn it, that's how that shit is done!
Well, the shoulder was up.
Paul Turner.
Yeah, referee Paul Turner. He's called it a 2 count.
MVP thought that was 3.
Yeah,
the fans thought that was 3, but Paul Turner saw a bit of space.
Paul Turner noticed something that MVP did, and now Shelton Benjamin. German suplex. Charges in the knee strike. And Bailey may be out on his feet. Another super kick for good measure. 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Shelton Benjamin.
I gotta think Mike Bailey would have hoped that first one would have been a 3 count after that assault. Wow.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Mike Bailey's health after that German suplex and then that super kick. Holy cow.
Well, it is official for the number 1 and 2 spots in the Casino Gauntlet match for Full Gear presented by DC. It will be all Hurt Syndicate. And up next, a tag team battle. Don't go anywhere.
This is a tag team bout set for 1 fall. Introducing first, the team of Claudio Castagnoli and Gian Moxley.
Well, the Death Riders walking into battle tonight under their own accord, but last Wednesday night, it was blood and guts. It was wild. We have seen just utter insanity inside and outside that double steel cage. Mark Briscoe, after the attack by the Don Callis family, valiantly returned Darby Allin through the flaming tables, but ultimately, it was Kyle O'Reilly who refused to relent and forced Jon Moxley to quit once again.
Because of that, on Saturday, Excalibur, when we were at Collision, we heard from Kyle O'Reilly what happened after Blood and Guts. It infuriated Jon Moxley, who was at our broadcast position. He said he'd face O'Reilly or anyone else in the conglomeration anytime, anywhere, and that's why this match is tonight. One of the reasons.
And we are live. We are going into our second of 3 live hours here on TBS and HBO Max. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone, Brian Danielson, with you for all the action here tonight, including this upcoming tag team battle. Let's return to the ring and the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
And their opponents first, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 230 pounds, Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong played an integral role in the victory for his team last week in Blood and Guts. I'm sure he's still feeling the sting. Some of the attacks leveled by the Death Riders.
And from wherever, weighing whatever, from
about blood and guts. It's called blood because you know you're going to see it because of all the items that can be used. But it takes a lot of guts for all those athletes, men and women, to get in that battleground and do what they did. We saw some ladies just obliterate each other, and we saw men do the same thing. So, you know, my hat's off to all of them, every athlete that was in there, and of course to Kyle O'Reilly for saying, the hell with it, I'm not giving up at all.
For sure, Tony. And what's interesting, when we saw Marina Shafir slap Jon Moxley in the face, as she normally does before Death Rider's entrance, it's interesting to me because Marina Shafir got the submission for her team to win at Blood and Guts, while Jon Moxley is the one who tapped out for the Death Riders to lose.
And Jon Moxley is on an unprecedented losing streak as far as his AEW career is concerned. We are so used to him being utterly dominant.
Right.
But since the loss to Hangman Adam Page at All In Texas, oh, wait a second. Orange Cassidy, the shot for Moxley. Claudio Castagnoli, Roderick Strong mixing it up inside the ring. And now,
he's raking him down the back.
Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley battling to the left of our broadcast position. As Claudio and Roderick Strong battling inside the ring.
Yeah, Blood and Guts is over, but the disagreements between the conglomeration and the Death Riders sure hurt.
You know, you were talking about the losing streak of Jon Moxley, and that's one of the things that it kind of separates Moxley from everyone else. He doesn't give a damn. He just goes out the next time and tries to win, tries to beat you down, tries to hurt you, and more times than not, he's successful.
Roderick Strong successful with a drop kick. Takes Castagnoli off his feet, and Moxley sent hard into the barricade courtesy of Orange Cassidy.
Whoa.
Glancing blow there, but Roderick Strong steaming in. A right hand followed up by a chop to the chest as Moxley battered repeatedly by Strong. But now Claudio Castagnoli intervenes. And the uppercut.
Man, this is physical. Holy smokes.
Yeah, especially 1 week after Blood and Guts, all these guys got to be beat up a little bit.
Yeah, there's got to be cuts and bruises. You know that Darby has to have some burns in the back.
I mean, there were contacts all over the ring. Yeah, 100%.
Suffering second-degree burns.
God.
To his back after being put through those tables by Pac off the top of the entrance stage. And fans coming up tonight, immediately following our 3-hour broadcast here, it will be the countdown to Full Gear, an inside look at some of the biggest stories going down this Saturday. And on TNT and HBO Max this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, it is the Tailgate Brawl ahead of Full Gear, presented by DC, live on pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. You visit hbomax.com/AEW. And the Continental Classic, it is kicking off next week for the third year, the round-robin tournament. Jon Moxley, the chop block, 2 leagues, but only 1 overall winner.
It has become such a phenomenal part of AEW since its inception. It's a part of AEW that every fan looks forward to at the end of the year.
Roderick Strong, after being clipped on the back of the knee by Jon Moxley now, assaulted by Claudio Castagnoli, who continued the punishment on the knee. Now, chop ducked underneath by Strong. But, Brian, if Roderick Strong, if he can't plant, if he can't pivot on that leg, those chops become significantly less effective.
Yeah, you need a lot of rotational power when you're doing your chops. That's one of the things that is Roderick Strong's strong point, is he gets so much power out of his chops. That's one of the hardest chops in all professional wrestling. But if you take out the leg, they're not nearly as powerful. Great DDT by Orange Cassidy.
But Castagnoli adeptly into the ring, sending Orange Cassidy to the outside, but Cassidy was hanging on to the ropes. Meanwhile, Roderick Strong, though, brought up to his feet. Triple combination there.
I'm surprised Orange Cassidy was able to hang on to the ropes like that.
Yeah, me too.
After having his hands stapled to his pockets last week.
Castagnoli rolls through and stun dog millionaire from Orange Cassidy.
Counter by Orange Cassidy. I thought he was done after he almost caught in midair that time. Here he goes.
Orange Cassidy through the runs. Claudio. Oh, Claudio caught him in midair.
In a press slam.
And where's he going with Orange Cassidy? Into the barricade.
I thought he was going to throw him over the barricade into the front row.
Oh, the uppercut. The follow-up and Roderick Strong, the knee strike.
Good job, Roddy, taking that opportunity right there.
Well, things are going into the crowd here, guys.
Not surprisingly, Brian, as physical as this has been.
This is just a continuation from Blood and Guts 1 week ago. As Orange Cassidy on the barricade into the Death Riders. As this tag team battle continues live here on Dynamite. Don't go anywhere.
And the fans are loving this.
Yeah, I don't think either of these teams are worried about getting counted out.
No, they have revenge on their mind, is what John Moxley said on Saturday. Anytime, anywhere, he has it out for members of the conglomeration, even though Roddy does not really consider himself a conglomerate. I say that right, conglomerate?
That was correct. And referee Bryce Remsburg trying everything in his power to get the action back in the ring. Showing some leniency here, understandably so, after we witnessed 1 week ago, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be a de-escalation here. If anything, it's only going to get worse.
I saw the back of Darby Allin, didn't know how severe the burns were, but he had tack marks and he had nail marks down his back. It was brutal looking back.
Yeah, Excalibur, you talked about Darby Allin having second-degree burns, and that's not even counting the impact of being press slammed off the entrance stage.
Right.
Remember, coming up at Full Gear, presented by DC this Saturday, it will be Darby Allin, the Bastard Pack, one-on-one.
I mean, has Darby even been cleared? That's insane.
Darby, there is no quit in him, but Daniel Garcia,
of course.
The referee, his back was turned, he didn't see it, and Garcia pulls the leg of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, why do you think he's out here? Not for moral support, I can tell you that.
As Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac, the first members of the Death Riders to step back into the ring, they kicked off Collision this past Saturday, Tony, in dominant fashion.
Yeah, again, they were very angry. We talked about going out. We saw what happened to John Moxley going out of Blood and Guts, a very angry Death Riders, and even more so after what happened at Collision. They're showing it right now.
We're back live, AEW Dynamite, 1 week removed from Blood and Guts, with the hostilities still running high between the Death Riders and the team that won the match last Wednesday night. It was Kyle O'Reilly that forced John Moxley to tap out, but his tag team partners, Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong, stepping into battle here tonight to face John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli.
Took everything that Orange Cassidy had to get out of that grip, and then he turns around and Moxley just hammers him twice. Oh, look at this.
Brian, we saw not only the men's Blood and Guts match last week, but for the first time ever, the women's Blood and Guts match. A match which could have major ramifications on the opening round matches in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship tournament still to come here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the men's Blood and Guts match was super intense, but the women's was just as intense. And I'll be interested to see how all those women are able to wrestle tonight. I mean, they were put through a lot.
Yes, they were.
Roderick Strong just tattooed Claudio Castagnoli between the shoulder blades with that overhanded chop, and now Orange Cassidy reaching for the tag, reaching for relief. But Castagnoli just too strong, and now for a giant swing. No, Orange Cassidy turns inward, pinning predicament. Castagnoli breaks free.
Oh, God. Just a European uppercut. And a pump kick. There he goes. He's relentless with this.
A giant swing. Orange Cassidy sent for a ride. An abbreviated giant swing. Usually Castagnoli likes to go for 10 revolutions or more.
Yeah, I wonder if his back is bothering him after blood and guts last week.
Yep, that is a great point. You are probably right.
Orange Cassidy valiantly fighting out of the corner of the Death Riders. Maybe Castagnoli was looking for that uppercut. That's how he defeated Orange Cassidy in the advantage battles, building up the blood and guts. Oh, Orange Cassidy pays it no mind, hits the diving DDT off the top rope.
Orange Cassidy so effective with his DDTs. He can hit him from almost anywhere. And he drove Claudio into the mat, but he needs to make a tag to Roderick Strong right now.
Castagnoli tags in Moxley, but across the ring, Roderick Strong tagged in by Orange Cassidy. Strong takes Moxley off his feet, knee strike, sends Castagnoli to the floor. Now Roderick Strong moving with pace, moving with purpose. Trying to provide some relief for Orange Cassidy.
What a striker Roddy Strong is. Look at this. Getting everything in his legs, into his chops and everything.
Battering the jaw of Moxley from the right side, the left side, and now Moxley driven into the mat. Courtesy of Roderick Strong.
Great series from Roddy. Look at this.
Double underhook. The Tiger Driver. The cover, the kick out, but immediately into the stronghold.
Oh, will Moxley give up again?
Uh-oh. Daniel Garcia's up.
Daniel Garcia once again trying to interject himself into this match. Moxley rolls Roderick Strong through the paradigm shift. Moxley spikes Roderick Strong, and Orange Cassidy there to break it up.
Watch out. We got all four now.
The gut wrench. Orange Cassidy just tossed over the top rope by Claudio Castagnoli.
Then lifted him off the mat and threw him over the top. Amazing.
Now Death Riders could be looking for a doomsday device.
Roddy needs to get out of that. Good job.
Roderick Strong slips free, sends Castagnoli into Moxley. Castagnoli driven down Moxley. Landed awkwardly, shall we say, on that top turnbuckle. And superplex delivered by Roderick Strong. Strong rolled to his corner where Orange Cassidy was waiting to make the tag. Orange punch for Garcia! And oh, just as he was poised to strike on Moxley, there he lands one. Moxley down to his knees.
There's a dead Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, Wheeler Yuta baiting in Orange Cassidy. The turncoat Wheeler Yuta sliding into the ring, and now the pop-up, the uppercut. That's how Castagnoli beat Orange Cassidy in advantage battle, and now he's got Cassidy set up. The Bulldog choke. The referee calls for the bell. And Moxley won't let go. The man is already out.
Took a whole unit there, Brian.
Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley.
Yeah, to your point, Tony, it took 4 Death Riders to take out Orange Cassidy there, and I think Claudio's pop-up uppercut is actually what knocked Orange Cassidy out. I mean, he wasn't in that Bulldog choke for very long.
Yeah, I think that's why the referee called for the stoppage there. He identified that Orange Cassidy was out, and he couldn't defend himself. Oh, but here comes the man that made Jon Moxley tap out 1 week ago. He picks the ankle, and immediately O'Reilly picking up right where he left off last Wednesday night inside the cage.
He's going to break that ankle. He's going to break it up.
He's tapping again.
Look at him. Kyle O'Reilly is laughing. Holding on.
Kyle O'Reilly will not let go.
Wheeler Yuta can't kick him away.
Yuta and Garcia now. Finally, their combined efforts. And Garcia and Yuta sent to the floor, courtesy of Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy.
How about this?
And Jon Moxley just trapped in the grip of Kyle O'Reilly.
I've never seen anything anything like this. Kyle O'Reilly would not be deterred.
And Jon Moxley has tapped multiple times.
He's going to break that ankle is what he's going to do. Well, they finally pull him off, the referees.
Jon Moxley may be dealing with some permanent damage, courtesy of Kyle O'Reilly. That ankle lock, Brian, we know how dangerous it is, attacking all the ligaments in the leg.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jon Moxley as he got out of the ring. He wasn't even able to walk. He collapsed. And now, yeah, look at him.
Moxley ripping penis.
I want to fight you, Jon! I want to fight you at Full Gear, Jon! And since you've given me a taste for blood, I want no holds barred! And just like blood and guts, the history books will say you tapped out!
Boy, it's just personal. Look at this.
O'Reilly with a blockbuster challenge for Jon Moxley. No holds barred. At Full Gear, presented by DC. Will Moxley accept? Will it be made official? We will let you know as soon as we find out.
Yeah, Jon Moxley hates this crowd reminding him that he tapped out.
Just marching around the ring. Wow.
Well, you want to talk about matches that have been made personal. FTR are going to be challenging for the AEW World Tag Team Championship this Saturday, and it is intense.
FTR, you've attacked legends. You've attacked family. But we won't take anything from you. You have proven without a doubt that you are one of the greatest professional wrestling tag teams in history. And you have proven that you are one of the best in AEW. But what you haven't proven is that you can beat us. And this Saturday at Full Gear, you'll be going home empty-handed. Because we're going to keep these AEW Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, because remember, Brodito never stops fighting. Let's go, hermano. Boom, boom, boom.
AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC. But up tonight, Mercedes Moné, the interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, will look to become the undisputed champion when she faces Red Velvet live tonight.
You know, they say money can't buy family. And Don, when you bought the first available talent that came to mind as soon as I was inconvenient, you proved that wrong. They say that money can't buy friendship. But Bucks, you've certainly proven me wrong too, haven't you? Josh Alexander, the second you broke Ibushi's leg, and we're proud of it. The second you took your frustrations out on Nakazawa, that's when things became personal. So this Saturday at Full Gear, $1 million, $2 million, $10 million. No amount of money is gonna save you from what we are gonna do to not only you, but to you, Don. So on Saturday, get a good night's rest. Count those money. Count them dollar bills, because your time is coming. And until then, yeah, for us three, we must bid you adieu. So until Full Gear, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!
$1 million on the line this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC.
And Omega doesn't care about money, does he, going into this?
This wraps it for one fall is the quarterfinal match of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Approaching the ring, Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, the Titleist Love Bombs.
Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa moving well, heading into this first round matchup. The AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship tournament, but 1 week ago, it was the first ever women's blood and guts match, and we didn't know what to expect, but I would say, Brian, it more than exceeded any possible expectations.
Yeah, way more violent than I could have ever imagined. You know, the amount of blood coming out of Sky Blue's head was unbelievable.
And ultimately, though, it was Timeless Toni Storm that surrendered, attempting to save her partner, her lover, her wife, in her own words, Mina Shirakawa.
And this is quite a spectacular entrance we just saw, too. Wow, there are the belts, the championship belts, winners of the tournament.
And their opponent, the team of Alex Windsor and Riho.
As we mentioned, this is a first-round match in AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. The other remaining first-round match will go down later on tonight, and there you see across the back bracket from these two teams, the Sisters of Sin and the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron. They have advanced to the semi-final round for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Who will punch their ticket to the semis? We are on the verge of finding out right here tonight, live on Dynamite.
We have a lot of champions in this match. Of course, Riho, first AEW Women's World Champ. Toni Storm, the former Women's World Champ. 4 titles in Stardom for Mina Shirakawa. Championships for...
Mina, of course, was the interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship. As we see a look at the bottom of your screen, the remaining first-round match, it will be Ty Mello, Anna Jay taking on Megan Bain, Marina Shafir. Later on tonight, as Shirakawa lands the drop kick, taking Riho down, and Riho, though, bridging up. Accelerates into the ropes, crossbody, Riho, lateral press, and it was Mina's turn now to escape. Mina shown no ill effects from the blood and guts match 1 week ago. Sweep of the leg, lateral press attempted, Riho kicks out, sweep by Riho, lateral press.
All right, here comes Windsor. Speaking of champions, she's had many championships in Rev Pro in Great Britain. Good to see her part of AEW, but Timeless Toni Storm.
Alex Windsor, Timeless Toni Storm seeing their first action of the match. You see Final Battle, Ring of Honor's year-end event coming to Columbus. Tickets available right now, ROHTIX.com. It'll be Friday, December 5th. Collision following night, Columbus. Once again, Saturday, December 6th, AEWTIX.com, or scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Then December 10th, Tony, we're headed to Atlanta, Georgia.
Absolutely. Big arena.
Tickets for all AEW events available, AEWTIX.com. Nothing like seeing us in person as Timeless Toni Storm sent to the ropes by Alex Windsor. Windsor ducks underneath. Back elbow avoided by Toni Storm. Trip avoided by Alex Windsor. Now arm drag. Windsor taken down. Arm drag takes down Toni Storm.
We've had a great summer, but this is our favorite time of the year. I know it is for you. Oh!
Big shot. And that one, I think, caught Toni Storm on the throat.
Yeah, Alex Windsor and Toni Storm know each other very well. They've even teamed earlier this year a couple times. I'm interested to see how they interact fighting each other in this match.
The assisted Hurricane Rana there by Riho. Alex Windsor and Riho. Brian, we talked about the ramifications that the Women's Blood and Guts match could have on this tournament. Riho and Windsor, they were not part of that violent battle 1 week ago. And now the advantage to cover, too. And coming into this match relatively fresh compared to their opposition.
Yeah, coming into this match much fresher, physically, mentally. I mean, that had to have been mentally exhausting, how damaging that blood and guts match was last week.
We saw the anguish on Toni Storm's face when she surrendered to prevent any more punishment being done to Mina Shirakawa. And now Shirakawa, though, the trip drop kick to the side of the head. And Mina launching herself in. Tornillo, the cover, 1, 2. Riho able to kick out.
We were talking about losing streaks earlier. Tony, Mina, both on a losing streak right now, but they can gather all that in, of course, if they can win this tournament. And, of course, win right here.
Yeah, and talking about residual injuries from last week's Blood and Guts, one of the things that,
Shirakawa went face first into that rope, and then the drop kick. Reminder, we are live for 3 straight hours tonight. We are in the second of 3 hours tonight, live on TBS and HBO Max, with Full Gear just over the horizon, coming up this Saturday live at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Full Gear presented by DC, available on pay-per-view on HBO Max, as Riho steps up and the cross body to the floor. Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa at the disadvantage as this first round match continues.
And I think what we're seeing there, you can see him on the floor just gasping for air. I think what we're seeing is the effects of Blood and Guts for these two ladies.
Great point, Tony. And I think one of the things is, one of the things you look for, here's a cover.
Cover made, and
one of the things you look for when they may be injured is their movement up front.
Right.
And originally when Mina and Tony Storm came out, it looked like they were moving well. But the other thing that you look for is how susceptible they are to injury throughout the match. And I think now we're starting to see it.
Leg is hooked.
Yeah, Brian, you're right about that. We are starting to see it. And I think Windsor and Rio would be, I think, step up the aggression here.
Brian, to your point, it is understandable that Mina Shirakawa, Timeless Tony Storm would be the first team to fatigue here in this match, but Shirakawa reverses. Drop kick, though, by Windsor. Windsor dragging Shirakawa towards center, away from Tony Storm, and just a 2 count for Alex Windsor.
And to your point, Tony, you talk about Alex Windsor needing to step up the aggression. I agree with you, but I think that's hard because she considers herself a friend to Tony Storm, and maybe by proxy, Mina Shirakawa. It's sometimes hard to up the aggression with somebody that you consider a friend.
Yeah, and I see that. I really do. I see how you can read into that, and let's see if it comes back to haunt them or if they do pick up the aggression.
Brian, I consider you a friend, but that didn't stop you from beating the brakes off of me when we wrestled.
Well, we weren't really friends then. We're friends now. And now I would never do that to you.
I saw a lot of Brian's matches years ago. I don't think you were friends with many people.
Well, I had lots of friends, but they weren't wrestlers.
Okay.
Now Riho cranking on the neck of Mina Shirakawa. The leg of Shirakawa captured, as well as this vice-like grip across the chin.
Yeah, Excalibur, sorry. I like how Mina was trying to get out of that by just hammering the head of Rio. Very interesting way.
Riho, as you mentioned, the inaugural AEW Women's World Champion. A victory here tonight would put her 1 step closer, she and Alex Windsor, becoming the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
What a feather in her cap that would be. To be the inaugural champion of both.
She and Windsor, Riho and Windsor, looking good here. The cover made. Shirakawa able to kick out. Tony Storm, once again, forced to be an observer as her quote-unquote wife is being punished by the opposition. We are in the midst of the first of 2 opening round matches in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Who will punch their ticket to the semifinals? Will it be the Timeless Love Bombs, Mina Shirakawa, Timeless Tony Storm, or will it be the fresh team, the fresh opposition, Riho and Alex Windsor, who thus far, Brian Danielson, are looking very sharp tonight?
Yeah, they're looking sharp. Riho has been turning up the aggression during the break, putting submissions on Mina Shirakawa.
Shirakawa, though, counters. The Cazadora steps through and the second grabs Riho. DDT, wrenching the knees of Windsor in one fell swoop.
Combination that was from Mina.
Tag made, Timeless Tony Storm She's had time to stew, to marinate on the outside, and now making up for lost time, attacking Alex Windsor. Snapmares, 3 in a row. The high boot drops Windsor. You mentioned the losing streak for Timeless Toni Storm, Mr. Schiavone, but if a victory here would not only advance her team to the semifinals, it will cover here too, it would break that losing streak and maybe set the mind of Timeless Toni Storm at ease.
Yeah, she was pretty distraught, if you'll recall, after losing the Women's World Championship.
She and Mina Shirakawa, she is Timeless Toni Storm, working in tandem and an assisted tornado, the lateral press. Windsor able to kick out. And I mentioned this is the first of 2 opening round matches still to come tonight. We will see Marina Shafir and Megan Bain take on what some consider to be the original women's tag team here in All Elite Wrestling. Ty Mello and Anna Jay. That will round out the first round. As now Mina Shirakawa looking for the figure 4 leg lock, Brian, but Windsor doing a good job of fighting off her back.
Alex Windsor has great technical skill. A British wrestler, and the British wrestlers are known for their, 1, 2, big kick out last second by Mina Shirakawa. British wrestlers are known for their technical acumen, so she knows how to get out of a lot of things.
The lariat and the roll-up and the stomps. Great combination offense.
Look at them go.
The cover here. The leg is hooked in. Shirakawa able to kick out. And Windsor, the cannonball. Off the apron. The advantage is firmly with the team that did not compete in the blood and guts match 1 week ago. Riho and Alex Windsor potentially on the verge of a big victory here tonight, but the back fist, Riho goes down, and Shirakawa has her lined up, the figure 4, center of the ring. Riho in trouble as Mina Shirakawa.
Rio's fighting, but look at her fight.
Riho does a good job, shifts the momentum, turns over, rolls over, reversing the pain, but Toni Storm the assist.
That's great.
The Windsor intervenes though. But Alex Windsor. Toni Storm. Oh, both with the same idea.
Oh, boy. And they fell on both ladies down. That had to hurt both Riho and Mina.
Now Riho and Mina Shirakawa. An exchange of elbow strikes, the Snapdragon suplex. Riho covers, the leg is hooked, but Mina able to kick out. Riho on the attack, that's a rolling elbow strike. Riho goes down, cover made, 1, 2. And Brian, I think that speaks to the desperation of Mina Shirakawa covering Riho so far into enemy territory.
100%. And also a really poor cover, not putting enough weight on the shoulders. She could have had her if she had different ring placement maybe and a little more pressure on both shoulders.
Windsor, the Russian leg sweep, the lariat from the ground, and now Alex Windsor takes Timeless Toni Storm down. Reaches for the cover, the hook is made, but Toni Storm able to kick out.
That was close.
Windsor, she likes to use that sharpshooter. Toni Storm very well acquainted with that, able to power her way out of it. Now standing switches all around, roundhouse kick. Release German suplex, Riho into the fray, German suplex perhaps. Yes, it is!
Watch out here, Brian. Oh, they crisscrossed somewhat.
Yeah, double hip attack.
How about this?
Hip attacks, both sides of the ring, Storm 0.
That should do it.
2, 3.
Advance into the tournament, Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, the Timeless
Excalibur, that was great because Alex Windsor and Riho dominated much of that match.
A true come-from-behind victory for Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. And they will find out who they will face in the semifinal round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament later on tonight. Will it be Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir, or will it be Ty Mello and Anna Jay? But speaking of the tournament, I understand our colleague, our broadcast colleague, Renee Paquette, with an update. Take it away, Renee.
With this victory tonight, the Timeless Love Bombs will advance to the semifinals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. Now, there's still one remaining spot in the semis, and this match is set a little bit later on tonight when Tay J take on Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne. Now, I just received some breaking news per Tony Khan that the 4 teams that earn spots in the semifinals will meet this Saturday at Full Gear in a 4 corners tag team match. The winner of that match will choose the stipulation in their semifinals match. Back to you guys.
Wow, big-time ramifications for Full Gear, presented by DC, coming up this Saturday, live on pay-per-view and HBO Max. But right now, our colleague Alicia Chu is standing by in the back.
Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, thank you both for speaking with me today and agreeing to no physicality. Now, as we know, tensions are incredibly high right now with Full Gear right around the corner this Saturday in New Jersey. But can you please both explain to me why did you agree to stipulations with such high stakes?
Why would I agree to no disqualifications? The answer is simple. I am supremely confident. We've wrestled 5 times now, and I have 3 victories. This Saturday makes it 4. But not only that, when I win this Saturday, I break the record for the most defenses in a single reign of the TNT Championship. That is not the only reason I'm so happy about no disqualifications. It's because there is a clear winner and a clear loser, no more excuses. And you are going to thank us when you join the Don Callis family. There will be no kicking and screaming, and I'm actually very excited at that prospect because I can't wait to see how you thrive under a real family.
Do not talk to me about family, son. Every time I step in the ring, I represent my family. Every time I step in the ring, I fight to feed my family. Hell, I fight alongside my family, my road family, the conglomeration. Just last week at Blood and Guts, we went to war together. We bled together. So I have no intentions of leaving that behind. So when I agreed to the stipulations for this match, I knew that failure is not an option. Saturday night, Full Gear, New Jersey, TNT title on the line, no disqualification. I will not be leaving my family. I will not be letting my family down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be making my family proud. And when I walk through that
You're gonna make your family proud. I'm gonna make your kids orphans.
Thank you for not agreeing to no physicality.
I'm glad I could help because I know Takeshita couldn't. Protokada!
Darby Allen. I have been doing a lot of soul-searching this week, and I believe I owe you a sincere apology. You see, leading up to Blood and Guts, I promised I would break your neck. In reality, that didn't happen. I sent your charred corpse to the burns unit instead. Or maybe I did both. Fact of the matter is, nobody has seen or heard from you since. So who's to say? And I get it, Darby. You're probably intimidated. You're certainly scared. At Blood and Guts, maybe I did take things a little too far. So Darby, the boy who never quits, if you still have that backbone, do me a favor and answer my question. And don't worry, I am challenging you to legitimate competition. No nonsense. No weapons, no cattle prods, no tasers, no fire. Just me and you. Because the truth is, when you are stripped of all your bells and whistles, there is no way on planet Earth that someone like yourself can compete at the level of a legitimate athlete like me.
The Bastard Pack is most certainly a phenomenal athlete, but Darby Allin is as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contender for the AEW World title, Samoa Joe.
1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions. The man who this Saturday at Full Gear presented by DC will step into a solid steel cage and challenge Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship.
But the last match they had was tremendous. I think every fan would agree with that. Put him inside of a steel cage, as we found out with that double cage in a cage match. Anything can happen.
Samoa Joe will be joining us here at the announce desk, and he will be sitting.
You move a muscle, Tony Schiavone.
Okay.
Oh, you slippery little piggy. No. Why don't you sit right there for me?
I'm not going to move.
Make sure the little piggy stays in his pen. Ain't that right there?
Okay.
How you doing today, Tony?
I'm doing great, Joe.
Excalibur. Brian, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Yeah, good to see you too, Joe. You're going to leave my friend Tony alone, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't come out here to be violent, Brian.
Praise the Lord.
Following contest is set for one fall. Approaching the ring from Tokyo, Japan. Weight 209 pounds. He is the AEW World Trios Champion, the wrestler, Kasım Shibata.
I have to admit, Joe, he was pretty fired up. Your partner was in the back.
Oh, beyond fired up. What you're looking at is... what is this? What is this?
It's the world champion coming out of the stands.
This is ridiculous.
Hangman Adam Page from the crowd. The attack on Katsuyori Shibata. And Hangman.
This is your champion? This is championship conduct?
And a reminder, Joe, if you get involved, you're stripped of your title match on Saturday.
Yeah, well, as long as this bump stays away from me, I won't be forced to defend myself, Brian.
Now Hangman using his jacket, choking Shibata. The referee,
of course he is.
Referee has not started this match.
Yeah. Take a swing. Watch what happens.
It's Shibata, the head bouncing off the announce desk.
Soon, Hangman.
You notice Hangman Adam Page, the tape not just around his neck and shoulders, but around his waist.
Oh my God, what a pump kick. Oh.
Did you see that? Did you see that, Tony Schiavone?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. Oh, that's a good one too, isn't it, Tony?
Oh my God. He is taking measure of...
You're not cheering loud enough, Tony.
I'm not cheering.
Katsuyori Shibata picking up where Will Hobbs left off 1 week ago. That brutal Falls Count Anywhere match went all over the arena in Greensboro, and you see that Hangman sustained some serious damage to his lower back, to his ribs, Tony.
Oh, Shibata is an artist, and right now he is painting in violence.
Shibata hammers the point of the elbow into the back of the neck of Hangman Adam Page. Hangman who's dealing with that lingering injury, Brian, to the neck that was delivered by Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, lingering weakness, that's what we call that.
You call it lingering weakness, but Hangman Page is out here wrestling every week, and you're here commentating. I don't know what you said.
You want to talk about workload, all right, Brian? You want to talk about workload.
Hey, when I was active, I was wrestling every single week.
When you were active. Sit up there with your cup of coffee.
restore some order both here in the match and at the desk as Hangman Adam Page the advantage on Katsuyori Shibata.
I do have to say, Joe, on Saturday you won't have to worry about a sneak attack from the stands. That cage is going to keep you both inside.
Yeah. The only one sneaky around here lately, Tony Schiavone, is you, all right?
Come on, Hangman, listen up.
Joe, do you think a lot of this aggression comes from the fact that Hangman Adam Page beat you a month ago in a world title match? Is that why you're so amped up?
No, I'm a little amped up because all the stupid questions I'm being asked right now by the morons I'm sitting next to.
Shibata turning the tables on Hangman, hammering him repeatedly.
Yeah, there you go.
The tape on the body of the AEW Men's World Champion Hangman Adam Page, just offering a tantalizing target for Katsuyori Shibata, but backbreaker by Hangman and a short arm lariat.
Left side too, left-handed lariat, or left arm lariat.
Yeah. Thanks, Shibata. Thanks for the
cover here.
Insight.
Leg hooked. Hangman Adam Page casting a look to our desk, more specifically casting a look to Samoa Joe.
Hey, come down here. I'll fix that look for you. Come down here. I'll fix all of that for you.
I think Hangman needs to focus on Shibata right now.
I agree, and there he's paid for it. Look at this.
Hangman's temper costing him there.
He's a moron.
Hey, Shibata, no!
Katsuyori Shibata remaining calm, remaining poised, and delivering a suplex on the floor as this battle between Shibata and Hangman Adam Page continues. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Another suplex on the floor.
Hey, Hangman! In the ring! Win it in the ring! Inside the ring! Come on! No. Win it in the ring!
Boy, right now, Hangman can't even stand up straight. Look at this. Still hunched over.
Great job of Shibata going in to break the count. You know, if you're in an emotional state like Hangman appears to be with Samoa Joe at ringside, there's nobody worse to fight than Katsuyori Shibata, who keeps a Zen-like presence at almost all times.
And just systematic demolition. This is what Shibata specializes in, is what you're seeing right here.
Katsuyori Shibata continuing the assault as soon as Hangman Adam Page returned to the ring, stomping on that lower back.
Off the hair, in the ropes, come on.
Shibata raking the soles of his boots across the eyes of Hangman Adam Page, and a punt to the upper back.
Yeah, very close. That thoracic spine area, I'm very familiar with that. The lower base of your cervical spine connects with your thoracic spine where your neck meets your back. And Shibata kicked Hangman right there.
High boot into the jaw of the champ, and now German suplex with the release.
Holy smokes. That was nasty. And apparently Hangman is okay as Paul Turner checked in. Don't forget our countdown to Full Gear presented by DC immediately following tonight's 3-hour telecast.
Shibata with
watch this.
Arm trap.
Interesting to see Shibata not going for the cover after that German suplex. It's almost as if he is trying to hurt Hangman as opposed to just beat him.
You know, that is about the most intelligent thing you've said all night, Brian. I mean, I think you're finally recognizing what we have planned here. This is the kind of recognition I expect from you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I had anticipated that was your instructions to Shibata. It's almost as if you don't think you can beat Hangman in a fair fight.
Wow. Oh, I know I can beat him in a fair fight. It's just, I don't know if he deserves to be in the ring with me, you know, at his current state. I mean, this man, he's not ready to be a champion, and I'm going to expose that come Full Gear.
Hangman wanted to chop him that time, but couldn't do it. Couldn't raise the arm up.
Hangman Adam Page's body is failing him here at the worst possible time against the worst possible opponent. Katsuyori Shibata just picking AEW Men's World Champion apart. AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page, Katsuyori Shibata battling it out here tonight on our 3-hour broadcast live on TBS and HBO Max. Samoa Joe, Hangman's challenger this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC, joining us at commentary.
I think the condition Hangman is in, I think it's very, very smart to say that, Joe, you may be the favorite going into this match.
Listen, I was the favorite the minute this match was made. What happened last month was an absolute fluke, and I will prove that at Full Gear.
Oh. God, Hangman's got so much fight in him.
Repeatedly taking Katsuyori Shibata off his feet, sending him out to the apron, and Hangman, Shibata goes down.
You called it a fluke, Samoa Joe, but I call it 3 buckshot lariats that took you down. I thought it was an incredible match.
Yeah, great. Everybody, Brian knows how to count to 3. Yeah, keep staring, I swear.
Hangman and Samoa Joe casting glances at one another while we have a brief...
There's a reason why you ain't over here right now.
A brief pause in this match. DraftKings, official partner of AEW. Right now, all customers can join a free-to-play pool for our Full Gear pay-per-view. Simply answer questions about the main events. Get enough right to earn your share of the prize. Download the DraftKings app now. Sign up with promo code AEW to play free. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
I think we need to mention Joe stood up, but Joe is not able to get involved in this match. And those rules have been set down. You mentioned about those earlier, Brian.
Yeah, if Joe gets involved in this match, he loses his championship opportunity this Saturday.
Well, listen, Joe's smart enough to stay out of it.
Hangman intercepts the PK from Katsuyori Shibata, and now has Shibata inverted.
Yeah, there we go.
Was looking for Deadeye, but instead Shibata was searching for the sleeper. Hangman avoids it. Lariat in the corner, but Shibata. Oh, my God.
Oh, brother. Oh, boy, that rocked the head of the champion.
Samoa Joe just days away from stepping into the steel cage with Hangman to challenge for the AEW Men's World Championship. Liking what he's seeing here tonight.
Everybody, watch the precision on this. Oh, strike to the inside of the thigh. Debilitating strike. One of the few very hyper-scientific strikes that Shibata uses. An amazing technique.
Let's remind the fans that Dynamite's just about ready to end, but we've got another hour. We're going to stay with it. Another hour of AEW with Collision right here on TBS.
Shibata, some disrespectful kicks to the champion, but now lining him up and looking for the dropkick in the corner. Very narrowly missed the back of the head of Hangman. And Hangman, the buckshot attempted. Shibata, oh, German suplex, Hangman. A swing, and now, oh, the low blow.
No. That's Shotokan wrestling. He was establishing hand control.
And now the cross arm breaker is cinched in. Referee Paul Turner didn't see the low blow.
Oh, it's deep.
Turner is right there as the Jujikatame is in deep, Brian.
Oh, turn that thumb up, man. Squeeze those knees. Let's go.
Yeah, Hangman is in big trouble here.
Not only the arms here, Brian, but also the shoulder that's heavily taped in trouble.
Great point, Tony Schiavone. Yeah, this is a tough match for Hangman to take. I mean, I applaud him for even taking it after that Falls Count Anywhere match last week against Will Hobbs.
Shibata rolls through, picks the ankle of Hangman Adam Page.
Ankle lock.
And we've seen how dangerous the ankle lock can be.
John Moxley knows all about that.
This is why tough doesn't equal smart, Brian Danielson.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I agree with you, Joe. I don't think it was a wise move for Hangman to take this match. Just days away from fighting Samoa Joe in a steel cage.
The boot slipping off his foot. And Hangman,
it has to be illegal.
Hangman, the boot back on. Here it comes. And boom! Shot! Lariat! 1, 2, 3, boom!
The AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page!
An incensed Samoa Joe and a victorious Hangman Adam Page here tonight. But will that be the case this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC, as our AEW Men's World Champion Hangman Adam Page steps into the steel cage with Samoa Joe in Newark. We are back live with our third hour for our broadcast here tonight. Hangman Adam Page victorious over Katsuyori Shibata ahead of Full Gear presented by DC this Saturday, where Hangman will face the challenge of Samoa Joe for Hangman's AEW Men's World Championship inside a solid steel cage.
Yeah, Collision officially begins. Another great hour, and I think Hangman has something he wants to say to the world and to Samoa Joe. Oh, look at those eyes. Holy smokes.
Joe, I want you to look around you. Look around you. Although you may be surrounded by thousands of crazy-ass fans tonight, and though you may be at the commentary desk with the rest of commentary, all but a poncho on your head, Joe, you are now alone. And when you walk into a steel cage with me at Full Gear, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember that you don't have Will Hobbs because I sent him to the hospital. I want you to remember you don't have Shibata because I just sent him to a dick surgeon. And Joe, most importantly, Joe, I want you going into Full Gear to remember what I did the last time I was locked inside of a steel cage with another man. Because if I have to do it Saturday, I swear to God, I will do it again.
Both champion and challenger are capable of incredible levels of violence. What will go down this Saturday at Full Gear presented by DC when Hangman Adam Page and Samoa Joe are locked inside of a steel cage?
It'll be an explosion, no doubt about that.
We see what happened just moments ago. Katsuyori Shibata was looking for the ankle lock on Hangman. He came away only with the boot. Hangman catches the boot, fixes his footwear, and lands a powerful butt-shot lariat to beat Katsuyori Shibata. And just seconds before we came on the air with Collision, our third hour here tonight, the low blow, returning the favor from what Shibata did earlier to Hangman.
Well, Hangman had a lot of fire.
Well, Hangman and Joe on the horizon for Full Gear presented by DC. But earlier this evening, our cameras caught up with FTR in the back. Let's take a look.
11 years ago, FTR was formed, and 9 years ago, they had a classic that was talked about for days, for weeks, for months. So, Brodito, I have a question for you. Do you think that anything that you've done will be remembered in 9 years? I don't think so.
So, Brody, Bandito, I want you guys to relax tonight. I want you guys to enjoy tonight. There's no games. We're not going to lock you in any rooms. Your grandmommy's safe. Dick the Dragon Steamboat is safe. You guys enjoy tonight. Because Saturday at Full Gear, we are going to take those belts from you. You might be the feel-good story of the year. On a Saturday, we close the book.
And 9 years ago, we did have a classic tag team match. But since then, we've had 6, 7, 8 other matches considered the greatest tag match of all time. We've also been 10-time World Tag Team Champions across 7 different promotions. So why is Saturday night so important, huh? Why is Full Gear so important? This reign, this match is what we hang our hat on.
This is what we live our legacy by. This is what we build our foundation of one era of tag team wrestling and professional wrestling. Unfortunately, Brodito, you're the ones in the way. Saturday night, Full Gear, 3-time AEW World Tag Team Champions. And we will go down as the absolute best tag team of all time. Bandito, have Abuela come say hello. Top guys, out.
High stakes tag team battle lined up for Full Gear, presented by DC. But speaking of tag teams, the first round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament will conclude next here on Collision.
It is about set for one fall. It's a quarterfinal match in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. Being accompanied by Penelope Ford from Thessaloniki, Megan Bain.
This match should be intense, should be very physical, but how about the stipulations that we heard from Renee Paquette earlier, Excalibur, going into Full Gear presented by DC on Saturday.
Renee laid it out earlier. The semifinalists in the tournament will meet in a 4-way Tornado Tag Team match at Full Gear, and the winner of that match will be able to pick the stipulation for their semifinal round match. A very interesting proposition.
From Moldova, she is the Prowler, Marina Shafir.
I think you're looking at the single most dangerous woman in the women's division here, Brian, that we have. And there's some great athletes.
I don't disagree with you, Tony, although her tag team partner is a pretty dangerous woman, too. Megan Bain last week at Blood and Guts. I mean, between the two of them, Marina Shafir had on the mother's milk, and Megan Bain was just whipping Mina Shirakawa with one of Mercedes Moné's championship belts. It was unbelievably violent.
And it forced timeless Toni Storm to surrender the match for her team.
And terrible Ty Mello, Anna Jay, Ty J.
Ty Mello, Anna Jay, what some may consider the original tag team in the women's division of AEW. These two women came together during the pandemic era in Jacksonville, Tony, and have had such a bond both inside and outside of the ring.
Well, yeah, they have, and that's very, very important. Also, the fact that they have won 15 of their 18 tag matches in AEW, including 3 in a row. So let's see how it plays out here against two of the most dangerous, if not the two most dangerous ladies in the women's division.
And Brian, it's worth pointing out, though, that Marina Shafir was not Megan Bain's original tag team partner for this tournament. It was, in fact, Penelope Ford, but Ford injured. You see her with the arm in the sling at ringside. And Marina Shafir represents, and this is not to discredit Penelope in the least, but Marina Shafir, I think, is a big upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. But one thing with tag team wrestling is it's about communication and how well you actually team with somebody. You know, we've seen them in one tag team match, Marina Shafir and Megan Bain. So we don't have a great read on how they actually team together.
But what we are seeing right here in the early moments of this match is a great battle between two judokas, two women that are very, very well versed in the arts of judo, and now it is Ty Mello that is turning it into a striking battle, battering Marina Shafir into the corner and making the tag out to Anna Jay.
Look at this. Great teamwork here. You know, Ty said last Saturday, right here, she's talking to her partner, that she was going to solve the problem, talking about Marina, and she's going right after Marina on the outside as they get paired off. And you see them in the background.
Megan Bain and Anna Jay, they've had their fair share of hostilities over the last few months, and it's been, I would say, a bit one-sided in terms of how Megan Bain has been able to really impose her will. But
good God.
I say it's one-sided when most things with Megan Bain is concerned.
Well, you see that Marina Shafir, hands on her knees. So right now, Ty's doing a pretty good job of it. And
Ty and Anna trying to find their footing on the barricade, and now double crossbodies, double leaping attacks off the barricade. Ty and Anna working together extremely well here, Brian.
Yeah, and you see the teamwork. Their experience as a team is really making a difference with Ty J here.
As Marina Shafir returned to the ring, and still to come tonight, our main event for the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship. Red Velvet and Mercedes Moné, one-on-one plus a double Jeopardy battle. Mascara Dorada, part of the CMLL World Trios Champions, takes on the AEW Unified Champion, Kazuchika Okada, where the winner will earn a shot at the other's title. Right now, these two teams looking to advance to the semifinals. Megan Bayne once again looking dominant. Don't go anywhere. The action continues here on Collision. Ty and Anna in trouble here, Tony, as Bayne and Shafir just battering their first-round opponents.
Yeah, a couple of those kicks from Marina Shafir have landed right under the rib cage to Ty Mello. Just brutal kicks from the apron, brutal strikes from Megan Bayne.
And now front chancery cinched in, front face lock is locked in on Ty Mello.
Yeah, Ty Mello, very good judoka, has jiu-jitsu experience as well, doing a good job of not letting Marina clasp her hands for that guillotine.
Oh, my goodness. Right now, Marina is just taking the measure of Ty. Ty can't even get to her feet here, Brian.
No. And, like, after being in that blood and guts match last week,
right,
Marina doesn't look worse for wear at all.
No, I thought when I saw the blood and guts match that Marina's kind of right in her element here. Violence.
Yeah, I bet she was back training the very next day.
I would agree.
Oh. Marina has such incredible throws.
Yep. Both
let go.
Ty and Marina Shafir. This is almost like a game of one-ups womanship. Who has the better judo? But Ty makes the tag out to Anna, and Anna using her speed, her flexibility. The kick delivered, and but a kick delivered there, or maybe a knee strike by Marina Shafir, just shutting down Anna Jay.
Yeah, Marina just shrugged off Anna Jay's kick and then came back. It looked like it was an attempted kick, but then it was her knee that caught Anna Jay.
Some teamwork here. Look at this. Megan Bayne whipped in.
And now Megan Bayne sends Shafir into the corner, a splash.
I like what I'm seeing from these two.
I have to ask Taz how many body splashes we see in judo. Covered, lateral press by the Megasis. Anna Jay able to kick out.
Yeah, we could see in that teamwork exchange that with Marina and Megan Bayne that they were really having to talk to each other, and that just shows they haven't done a lot of communication in the ring together, and that could be their weak point in this match against a team like Ty J, who've been teaming for so long.
To that point, nonverbal cues are crucial when it comes to tag team wrestling. Most anticipating, knowing what your partner's going to do before they even do it. But Megan Bayne just showing her raw power, hammering down on the back of Anna Jay. Who will be the last team to advance to the semifinals of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament? Will it be Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir, or will it be Ty Mello and Anna Jay? Anna just making a crucial tag to Ty, and she's coming in hot. A shot for Megan Bayne, a shot for Marina Shafir. Ty Mello taking out her frustrations on the Megasis here. As German suplex, low arc on that one, almost rolling Shafir back into the opposite corner, ducks underneath Megan Bayne. Anna Jay composing herself, drop kick.
Great teamwork, look at that. And let's not forget, the winner not only goes to the Final Four, but will go to Full Gear on Saturday in that 4-way tag team match with the winner getting a call her own shot, so to speak.
Yeah, picking their own stipulation for their semifinal round match. A very valuable tool in this tournament to crown the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions as Ty and Anna trying for some tandem offense here, but Megan Bayne, oh no! Ty and Anna able to take their opponents down.
Some great teamwork right here, Brian.
Yeah, Ty J has Marina and Megan Bayne on their heels here.
Look at this.
Almost like they went for double guillotines. Not a smart move.
Oh, gosh. Ty just got dropped on her rib cage.
Yeah, Megan Bayne and Marina are just so powerful.
Look at this pickup. I like what I'm seeing from Marina and Megan. 2? Oh, boy. So close. Great save.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens if Megan and Marina lose here, to see if they'll stay a team.
Yeah, that is a very good. Whoa! Face buster that time.
Ty Mello on the move. The knee strike. Anna on the move as well. The neck whip, the cover, 2.
Great teamwork by Ty J, and you notice Marina wasn't there for that save.
Right. Still on the left side on the floor. And look at Megan fight off both ladies here.
Bayne, the boot for Ty Mello. The lariat takes her down, but Anna Jay looking for the Queen Slayer. Will this be it?
There you see Marina get up on the apron.
Tony, we've seen Anna win so many matches, put her opponents to sleep with this hold. But Megan Bayne able to power back to the corner.
Yeah, now Marina's in there, raking the back of Anna Jay.
Tag made, the takedown by Marina Shafir, and now the mother's milk is cinched in.
Oh, she's got it.
Look how the neck is being bent, and that is it. Marina and Megan advance to the semifinals.
Your winners advancing to the tournament, the team of Megan Bayne. And the problem, Marina Shafir.
Not only advancing to the semifinals, but also advancing to the match this Saturday, the 4-way Tornado Tag Team match. All the semifinal participants will be in it, and the winners able to pick the stipulation for their respective semifinal round match.
Ladies. Well, isn't this our lucky bloody night? We pitched our show to God and he ordered the entire bloody box set. And the season premiere this Saturday at Full Gear, and we won't be leaving that ring until we're wearing your skulls as a pearl necklace. And then we pick the stipulation for our semi-final contest, and it could be anything. It could be a chicken coop match. It could be apartment wrestling. It could be
Taipei death match.
Nice! But I promise you this, John Moxley, when you see what we do to your little women, you will piss yourself with blood!
Well, Tony Storm, Marina Shirakawa will meet with Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir in the semifinals. But before that, this Saturday, the high-stakes 4-way tag team match. All a part of Full Gear, presented by DC, going down live on pay-per-view and HBO Max from the Prudential Center, The Rock in Newark, New Jersey.
Woo! This Saturday at the Tailgate Brawl, November 22nd, what better way to start off an AEW pay-per-view with the Bang Bang Gang? And we'll be standing across the ring from
$200,000.
Yep, no, but we're going against
$200,000.
Yeah, but there's a third.
$200,000 hairs.
All right.
You got it? We're filling up our tax-deferred 401 Listen, we're not gonna stop there because we're gonna have way more money than those little babies can fit. We're also gonna do the taxable brokerage account. You're gonna get a pension. We're gonna be pigs in shit, so happy. Because we're gonna be rich.
And if you're not down with that...
We got $200,000!
Okay. All right. Guns up.
He's Robinson really into saving for the future.
Investing his money already?
Doesn't he know he's just going to make more tomorrow?
This is a double Jeopardy match set for one fall. Approaching the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 167 pounds, he is a CMLL World Trios Champion, Mascara Dorada.
Double Jeopardy match means that if Mascara Dorada is successful here tonight, he will earn a shot at Kazuchika Okada's AEW Unified Championship. And fans, you are watching AEW on TBS, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward. Visit careers.progressive.com.
This is our collision hour, and our next collision hour will be the Tailgate Brawl, Full Gear's Tailgate Brawl, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday before the big event.
Being accompanied by Don Callis and Hechicero from Aichi, Japan. Weighing 236 pounds, he is the AEW Unified Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada!
And the other half of the equation in this Double Jeopardy match is that if Kazuchika Okada is victorious here tonight over Mascara Dorada, that means that the Don Callis family will get a shot at the CMLL World Trios Championship, currently held by Mascara Dorada, Neon, and Mystico. High stakes all around. And Brian, it was just a few months ago in the three-way match for the AEW Unified Championship, where Mascara Dorada in one night, I think had a star-making performance in front of the AEW audience when he challenged not just Okada, but Konosuke Takeshita as well.
Yeah, Mascara Dorada was incredible in that match. For people who had never seen him before, he made a lot of new fans.
Christ. Callis is here. Oh, I apologize for that, but hey, Don, welcome back.
Are you excited?
No.
Okada's here.
I'm excited about this match, yes, because we're taking a look at two of the greats.
Oh, 100% you are. I love both of these guys, of course.
Collar elbow tie-up to start things off. Mascara Dorada, the AEW Unified Champion. Kazuchika Okada, of course, the Unified Championship was created when Okada defeated Kenny Omega at All In Texas to win the International Championship. So not only Okada International Champion, but Continental Champion as well. And that was all in an effort to bring up the fact that the Continental Classic begins this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve at Dynamite. The annual round-robin tournament here in All Elite Wrestling to close out the year. It's been just another reason to look at the winter months as... What are you sneering at, Don?
Listening to your natural look. Sneer.
I would have to think that Mascara Dorada, if he beats Okada here, he would not only get a shot at the Unified Championship, but I would also think that he would be included in the Continental Classic, which I think would be a huge win, because Mascara Dorada is such an incredible wrestler to watch.
That's a great point, Brian. You are right.
It's a real shame that you're just an announcer and have no say in what happens around here. Thank God, no offense to you personally.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'd have Hechicero in the Continental Classic, too, so I think you'd like that, Don.
Well, one day you may get to wrestle Hechicero.
Well, I did.
Must have been sick that day.
Kick across the midsection to Dorada.
Okada trying to throw him off balance there. Didn't work. Wow, Dorada is just such a great athlete.
Dorado rebounding off the ropes, taking Kazuchika Okada down and then changing course mid-stride as Okada bailing out to the side.
You know, Okada's numbers are staggering here in AEW. 609 days. Longest reigning AEW champion in history.
And the greatest part of his run has been since he's joined the Don Callis family. Would you agree, Shivani?
It's been a big part of his run.
Big part. Greatest part.
Don will give you credit. It's definitely the most recent part of his run here.
There you go. Good call.
But to be fair, defeating Kenny Omega at All In this year was a huge victory when he unified those championships. I would put that up there with one of his highs here in AEW, along with winning last year's Continental Championship in an incredible match against Will Ospreay to cap off the tournament.
Thank you for the compliments, Mr. Danielson. That's very, very wise of you.
Well, you know, I'm trying to get that Young Bucks entrance. I never had Pyro before.
Into the midsection is Dorado. Finally going to the outside and just being smashed into the barricade by the champion. Okada once again sending Dorado into the barricade. Kazuchika Okada, who began his career not in his native Japan, but in Mexico. He is very familiar with the high-flying, fast-paced offense of Lucha Libre as, wait a second, Dorado springboards in, arm drag, and takes down Okada. It seems to have put the commentator's curse on him as Mascara Dorado building up momentum, and Dorado the tope suicida.
Well, you could see that Okada saw it coming, but he couldn't get out of the way. Tried, could not.
Yeah, that's because Mascara Dorado attacks you from a different angle than you expect. You saw when he did that springboard, Okada was almost preparing for it like he was going to do a drop kick or something, but he turned it into an arm drag that took Okada out to the floor, and then we see this dive.
Just nailed him under the chin with that shoulder.
And really, that dive, a fearless dive, because Dorado was leading with his head, almost like a torpedo coming in head first at the champion.
Great counter here by Okada. Look at that drop kick.
Holy smokes.
The drop kick sends Mascara Dorado to the outside. The Rainmaker with the advantage.
Okada knows how to pace himself so well.
Oh, man.
You see the time he takes. He's barely breathing heavy at all.
Excalibur was talking about made his pro debut against Lucha legend Navarro in Mexico City in 2004.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Well, how about that?
Did you buy a ticket?
What's that?
Did you buy a ticket?
I have a feeling he was wrestling. So this 21-year vet just gets better and better.
Picture perfect DDT by Kazuchika Okada.
So methodical, everything that Okada's doing here, Brian.
Yeah.
No wasted motion.
Yeah, this pace favors Okada tremendously.
It is double jeopardy here tonight in our third hour. If Okada wins, the Don Callis family gets a future shot at the CMLL World Trios Championship. But if Mascara Dorado wins, he gets a future shot at the Kazuchika Okada's AEW Unified Championship. And Dorado just landed a much-needed shot to the face of the Unified Champion.
He shook off a fist to the face to get there. He fell down. Oh, my God.
He still snatched him, though.
He sure did, man.
Dorado.
What a recovery from Mascara Dorado.
Oh, man. And bad news.
Yeah, typically so sure-footed on the ropes. I think that just speaks volumes about the punishment he suffered at the hands of the Rainmaker, Brian.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't typically see Mask or Dorada slip like that, but look at him move here.
Oh my, what a monkey flip.
Yep. Strong legs propels Okada into the air.
Dorada back on the assault. The middle rope comes back. Hurricanrana.
You know, the Don Callis family has already taken over Japan. I would love to expand fully into Mexico, so this is an exciting match for me. Oh, my goodness.
Tornillo over the top.
The body control to do something like that is absolutely amazing.
The momentum builds in Mascara Dorada's favor here tonight.
But the key is he's got to get Okada into the ring and actually pin him. He can't win out here on the floor.
Okada set hard into the barricade. And Dorada charging in. A cutter over the barricade.
I wouldn't go into the crowd. This is Boston. These people are animals.
Now the Hurricanrana on the floor.
This has been a phenomenal crowd tonight. We're going to have another phenomenal crowd coming up on Saturday night, Don.
Of course we are, because when the Don Callis family is in the house, look at this guy. No es bueno. Vámonos.
Dorada returning the AEW Unified Champion to the ring.
We've had so many great matches here tonight. So much on the line. It's almost been like a mini pay-per-view here tonight. Wouldn't you guys agree? 3 hours? Then we got the countdown coming up next to Full Gear. What a night it's been. Oh!
Dorada, the 450 splash. Disastrous landing.
Crash and burn, brother. Holy smokes. He staggers to his feet.
Fully committed for the 450, but now finds himself at the mercy of the Rainmaker.
Yeah, you go for high risks like that. Sometimes you eat it. It looked like Mascara Dorada landed shoulder first on the mat.
He's done, Brian. I think he's done.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of separation or something there.
Okada to the top. He likes the elbow drop from here, Tony.
Yeah, Dorada's not moving. Oh, he tried to get up. Tried to raise up.
Tried to move. But that shoulder, that could be a broken clavicle, Brian Danielson.
Yeah, I mean, that elbow drop was what broke my arm when I wrestled Okada the first time.
That was great. I mean, terrible.
Uh-oh. Rainmaker coming.
Lay him out.
It's battling back.
There it is. Oh,
backslide.
Over rotate.
Okada connects.
Still one of the greatest drop kicks ever in wrestling. I can tell you that.
I used to say Jim Brunzell had the best one, but that was even better.
Oh, now Dorada reverses the roll. Oh, come on.
Oh, oh.
Oh, he caught Okada.
Okada positioned on the top. A mirror to what Okada did to Dorada earlier, and now
the strength of Dorada here.
Oh my goodness.
Dorada drives down the Unified Champion.
He's going up top. He's going up top.
This may be a mistake. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look how he got up top.
Yeah, unbelievable agility after all he's gone through in this match.
Fluid.
Dorada, 450 connects that time. 1, 2,
and kick. Ay, ay, ay.
As the action is hot here tonight, and it will be as we close out 2025. AEWTIX.com. We return Hammerstein Ballroom December 20th and 21st in New York City. Use code AEWTV. Then the January residency, we return to Arlington, Texas, the Esports Arena tomorrow. The pre-sale begins. Tulsa, Oklahoma on Wednesday, January 7th. And then Orlando, January 21st edition, Financial Arena, AEWTIX.com. Your source for all things live events, for all elite wrestling. A very precarious positioning here for these two athletes.
What a holiday and what a new year we got coming up, huh, guys? Wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Finish him, finish him. Snap him in half.
I don't think he has to, right?
Oh, look at this! Look at this! 1, 2,
Oh, wow, what a freaking match.
I think Dorada's hurt, guys.
Wait a second. Okada. That looked awfully similar to the Jesus fire of Konosuke Takeshita, but that was the unmistakable Rainmaker. Fantastic.
The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
Okada the victory, and now the double jeopardy.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great win for the Don Callis family by Okada. And based on this win, the Don Callis family will challenge Sky Team for the CMLL Trios Championship. And we will do it this Saturday at the Tailgate Brawl, baby! And it gets better, because this will be a literal all-star team of the Don Callis family, starting with the Rainmaker, as well as but not least, I've just been informed, making his triumphant return from the country of Japan, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. And Okada, Hachishiro, and Takeshita will win the CMLL Trios Championships this Saturday at the Tailgate Brawl. Take it to the bank.
Well, judging by the body language of Kazuchika Okada, I don't think he was briefed on this decision by Don Callis, but it is official. Sky Team and the Don Callis family, the CMLL World Trios Championship on the line at the Full Gear Tailgate Brawl, coming up this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TNT and HBO Max. But right now, let's hit the back once again, where Renee Paquette is standing by.
Sisters of Sin, you'll be meeting the Babes of Wrath in the semifinals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Tournament. But first, this Saturday at Full Gear, you will also meet them in a Four Corners Tag Team match.
Your first sin was wrath, but that's obvious.
Violent anger for one's revenge.
Your second sin is pride.
An excessive love for one's excellence.
I smiled in blood because nothing you can do will work.
And our painless path will lead us to gold.
But your third sin is us.
And if you think blood and guts was bad, wait until you see what sick, twisted shit we're gonna come up with when they win at Full Gear. You don't know how toxic we can get.
Semi-finalists in AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament will meet at Full Gear. A crucial advantage being able to pick their stipulation for the semi-final round match. But coming up next, AEW Women's World Champion Chris Statlander, who will face Mercedes Moné in Full Gear, presented by DC, joins us here at the desk for our main event. It's main event time, live on Collision!
Your Collision main event is set for one fall, and it is for the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship. Approaching the ring, wrestling out of Boston, Massachusetts. Is the TBS champion and the defending interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, the the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
That was a voice of Bobby Cruz, and that is our AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander, who coming up this Saturday at Full Gear, presented by DC, will step into the ring and put your AEW Women's World Championship on the line against Mercedes Moné.
That is correct. You nailed it.
Thank you. I appreciate
You got all the facts right.
Her opponent, wrestling from straight out of your mother's kitchen, she is the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, Red Velvet.
Red Velvet, the longest reigning Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion in the history of the title. But right now, stepping into the battle with Mercedes Moné, to crown an undisputed champion. Red Velvet injured this past June, necessitating the creation of that interim title tonight. But only one woman, Brian, only one woman will leave Boston as champion.
Yeah, Red Velvet takes great pride in the Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship. I don't know if she's going to take kindly to the idea of Mercedes Moné treating it as just a trinket like she does so many of her other titles.
One thing, Brian, one thing that Red Velvet has going against her is that we're in Boston, obviously. You hear the fans. This is the Boston girl right here in Mercedes. So she's got the home field advantage. Look at this. She wants to take it quickly. But Red Velvet's a tough kid, man. Battling back 154 days since her last match. We talked about the injury this summer, Excalibur.
Yeah, not only is Red Velvet a tough kid, she's got championship blood in her veins. Both her boxer and her uncle were world champion boxers, almost getting the pin on Mercedes there.
Look at this. Cazadora and
Velvet ducks underneath, and tonight our main event, our I Drink match of the night. Are you crashing like you hit a wall after your energy drink? Break through with I Drink, the clean, crash-free productivity drink that enhances focus and stamina without caffeine or stimulants. Order now at idrink.com or Amazon. Enter AEW 15 off for 15% off. A stalemate here in the early goings. Champ, what do you think of the action thus far?
Well, listen, you said that I Drink, it enhances stamina and focus, and
right.
That's what I've been saying Mercedes needs to do this whole time. She's over here fighting for her 13th title, and they say 13 might be a lucky number, but who needs luck when you have the world championship? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Velvet takes down Mercedes, the interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion.
The one thing you've got going for you is the fact that she is wrestling here on a Wednesday night. You're not. So, yes, you could say that you're more rested going into Saturday. Right?
Exactly. She's been doing all these matches, which is commendable, and I love wrestling as much as her.
Sure.
But with her doing all this, she's giving me so much tape to study. I'm taking a back seat and also letting the tag tournament shine, because I don't need her. She's beaten me twice. I don't need her knowing like every single move. But now I know every single move that she does because she's giving me so much to watch.
You know, Stat, you made a great point in the fact that you've wrestled Mercedes twice and she's beaten you both times. What's going to be different this Saturday, in your opinion?
Look, she just has a crowd behind her right now.
Goodness!
Oh, my God.
Meteor off the apron as Mercedes Moné very confidently striding towards the desk. Holding the interim championship and
This is great. She can show me those belts all she wants, but she'll never touch this one. She has a crowd behind her right now because we're in her backyard, so to say, but on Saturday we're going to be basically on my neighbor's patio, so we'll see who they like more.
Things breaking down here between Red Velvet and Mercedes Moné.
It's physical.
Velvet! God! Just thrown into Chris Statlander. Statlander just got sideswiped by that one.
Statlander trying to pick herself up here. Oh, wait a minute.
Now, Chris Statlander.
She can't interfere. She cannot interfere in this match. And always telling herself.
Great call on him. What? Mercedes with a belt in the hand. Red Velvet drawing some inspiration for Eddie Guerrero. Now the roll up too. And the roundhouse kick. That's very fitting because Eddie Guerrero inspired Mercedes, and Mercedes inspired Velvet very nearly. The finish, don't go anywhere. The action continues live tonight. Chris Statlander,
she's trying to get untangled here from what happened.
Statlander composing herself, trying to get situated here after having Red Velvet thrown into you. Champ, are you all right?
I'm fine, but like I said, she needs to focus. She has a match, a championship match that she's currently in right now, and she's still trying to tear me down.
Well, you know you can't get involved in the match, and that's what she wanted you to do. You do understand that.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know.
I'm a champion. I've been wrestling.
I know you have.
The cover, too?
A lot of things.
I have those same shoes.
Really? That's tremendous.
Yeah, isn't that cool? We're matching. We should text like Brian and I do sometimes about our outfits.
That does not happen. I don't text anybody.
That's true. I just made a joke. We just happen to be on the same wavelength and wear matching outfits today.
Yeah. Whoa! That suplex delivered by Mercedes, and now cover 1, 2, and Chris, I have to commend your composure, just being able to calm down, bring the heart rate down, and crack some jokes with Bryan Danielson, even though Mercedes very clearly trying to get under your skin.
I mean, like I said, she's beaten me twice already. I've already felt this shame, the humiliation. It's not about righting those wrongs. It's about proving to her that I'm different than I've ever been before. I'm more focused, I'm more locked in, and this is everything I need motivation-wise.
You get that proof coming up on Saturday, like you said, in your patio or your backyard, whatever you want to call it.
My neighbor's backyard. My neighbor's patio. It's in New Jersey. I'm from New York.
Right. Right. Call that the patio.
The neighbor's patio.
The neighbor's patio.
Oh, my gosh.
The way Red Velvet's back bent when she hit the edge of the apron.
Jeez.
A very violent defenestration by Mercedes Moné. Velvet crashing hard on the outside.
Brian, I think we're going to take another look at this.
Wow, she doesn't even like her home. That's crazy.
As you see again, Brian. Oh my gosh!
Sent her the other way.
Yes, Red Velvet just basically scorpion there.
Wow, you know, and this is her first match back after being injured. I'm talking about Red Velvet here.
Sure.
This is a tough act to come in right after injury, to come in and wrestle Mercedes Moné. But I'm not sure Mercedes Moné is taking this super serious. She seems to be more worried about you, Statlander, than she is worried about Red Velvet.
Look, I've wrestled Red many times myself. She's no one to take lightly. She is completely, totally resilient. And like you said, she has boxer blood, championship blood.
Yeah, that boxing pedigree, a big part of Red Velvet's offense. We saw it in the flurry of punches, but we also just saw her in the second cover, lateral press. Velvet fired that shoulder up off the mat, but we saw her clutching, Brian, that heavily taped up shoulder after returning to the ring, Red Velvet.
Yeah, I mean, and that's dangerous. You know, if this match turns into a fight, I actually think it favors Red Velvet. But if it stays on the mat like this, it definitely favors Mercedes Moné, and especially with Red Velvet's shoulder being injured.
Full Gear presented by DC goes down this Saturday, but right now our main event is in the ring to determine the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion. But speaking of champions, the AEW Women's World Champion Chris Statlander joining us here at the desk. Velvet, the cover, the kick out by Mercedes, and Stat, you will be facing Mercedes this Saturday. Full Gear presented by DC in Newark.
Yes, and not only will I be facing her, I will be pushing her past her limits, just like Red is doing right now. She's just giving her a taste.
Is that the key to push her past her limits?
Is what the key? This? Yes. I told you, I've been studying her every move. I know her better than she knows herself.
Lateral press, the cover made. Chris Statlander saying that she's done the download on Mercedes Moné. She's internalize everything that the challenger has to offer.
Oh, she's going with a knockout punch.
Oh, Mercedes! On it now, statement maker. Cinched in Velvet. She's got that shoulder taped up, and I think suffered an injury earlier in this match, but doing a good job of getting her hip underneath her.
Yeah, and freeing up that shoulder. She's got to get to the rope. She's getting closer now. Mercedes rolls back.
Great push off.
Rolls back, but lost the grip on Velvet. Velvet steps over. Magistral. 1, 2. No, Mercedes kicks out. And now Mercedes doing some hand fighting as Velvet breaks free. Looking for a cross arm breaker. No. Instead, Velvet
going for a short arm scissors. A reverse short arm scissors. This is a compression lock. It forces your forearm into your bicep with your arm wedged into the elbow.
Now Mercedes, though, reverses. Velvet forced to abandon ship.
Yeah, that can tear a bicep if you're not careful.
Fans, remember, our night's not over yet. Immediately following our broadcast here, it will be the countdown to Full Gear next on TBS and HBO Max. And then next week, Thanksgiving Eve, the Continental Classic, the annual round-robin tournament, kicks off 1 week from tonight on Dynamite from Nashville, Tennessee.
And world champion Chris Statlander standing right beside us here, studying what's going on, defending the title, of course, on Saturday at Full Gear. DC against Mercedes Moné. Wow.
You know, as much as I want Red to wrap this up and take it home just to rub it in Mercedes'
Wait a second, cover, the leg is hooked.
The longer this goes on, the more that I'm scouting everything that Mercedes does and how she gets out of things. And like I said,
well, and she just landed on her head. Is that something that you're going to target on Saturday?
Absolutely. Especially my finish. The Saturday Night Fever drops her right on her head. Of course I'm aiming for that.
Yeah, that was a great German suplex by Red Velvet. And she's got Mercedes locked in a submission here.
Oh, but Mercedes frees the counter. And Mercedes!
Whoa, the big-time lung blower there.
Now the leg is hit. The cover is made, but Velvet able to kick out.
Yeah, and kicking out with her injured arm. You can tell how much this Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship means to Red Velvet. She's here in Mercedes' hometown. And she's giving it her all.
As Mercedes looking to press her advantage, and fans, some breaking news. If you were watching earlier, you saw Kyle O'Reilly throw out the challenge to Jon Moxley to meet him in a no-holds-barred match this Saturday at Full Gear presented by DC, and it is official. Tony Khan has made it so. Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly, no holds barred this Saturday night at Full Gear.
Oh, what a match that's going to be.
Oh! What a night it's going to be.
1, 2. Oh.
Look, like you said, as Red is clearly showing how much that this Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship means to her when, like you said, this is just another trinket, another accessory to Mercedes. When she keeps trying to grab more and more and more, she never admires what she already has. And that's why she can never win this. This requires full attention.
Of course, the
AEW Women's World Championship is what Chris Statlander is referring to. But right now, Mercedes with Velvet in front of him. Velvet! It's like a flying head scissor there.
Boy, Velvet is so athletic, Excalibur.
Yeah, this is her first match back from injury. She's performing well. This could be a huge upset just days before Full Gear.
And what would that do to Mercedes' confidence heading into the battle with Chris Statlander this Saturday night?
I tell you what it'll do. It'll be her downfall. Her vanity will be her undoing.
God! 1, 2, 3!
The winner of this match and the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, Mercedes Moné.
Well, Mercedes Moné is undisputedly the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion. And now Mercedes, the attack on Statlander. Statlander completely caught off guard by Mercedes. assault.
Now this assault, and Brian, I'm telling you, she can hurt. Well, she lets her go, but not only a statement maker there. Who's going to be the favorite? Is it the champ, or is it the lady with 13 belts?
Yeah, and if you saw there, Statlander was tapping.
Yes.
Will she tap on Saturday if Mercedes gets that?
Will it be 14 belts? That is the question, Brian. Mercedes Moné holding the AEW Women's World Champion. Will she be crowned champion? Will it be number 14 this Saturday night? We are just days away from finding out. Full Gear, presented by DC, live, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, on pay-per-view at HBO Max. And don't go anywhere, because the countdown to Full Gear is next here on TBS and HBO Max.